That's a good problem, I guess, actually. Thank you for all the support. Okay. Scrap paper. Come back from the post office with scrap paper. This is what I write everyone's, or Ashley writes everyone's addresses on. And then all that stuff goes out. Sent out 7 packages today. And I think we'll send out 1, 2, 3 tomorrow. Unless there's going to be more. But we got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have a total of 8 that I can see here that potentially could go out tomorrow, but only 3 look like they're paid for so far. All right. But that's not what we're talking about today. So I went to the post office today. So what's the date today? Today is the 28th. Yeah, so 3 days ago, we did a live where I opened up gifts from you guys. And I had gone to the post office. Actually, Ashley had gone to the post office and checked the P.O. box for me. And there was nothing there. Or was there? I don't remember, actually. But there were some people who said, hey, did you get my thing that I sent to you? And I got some more stuff today, so here we are. I thought I'd do another one. If I go there tomorrow and there's like 3 more packages, I think I'll just wait until we have a bunch. I don't know. I guess I never expect there to be any, but there oftentimes is, and I appreciate that. Hold on. Uploading the vlog, tomorrow's vlog right now. Sorry, my bad. Is it better now? Settings won't fix it, says Cindy Barnes. Your settings, no, won't fix it, but my settings should, I think. Ah, I see. We're good. We're better. Excellent. Sorry about that. I am currently uploading a video, which is 11% done. 2 hours and 22 minutes left. But anyway, I thought I would stone 2 birds here while I'm in the office. I was actually just watching a Peter McKinnon video, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to open up these packages because I have them right here, and we'll go from there. So, last time, 3 days ago or so, we opened up a few things, and if you want to see what those are, here's one of them, Banana Bread Man from Heather. But if you want to see what those things are, go check out that video. For this video, we're going to open up some new stuff. I'm just waiting for Ashley. I don't know if she's going to make it down or not. Let me ask her. Hey, Ash. You want to see what these things are, or you don't care? Okay. Do you want a chair? Okay. Okay. She's not going to join us today, guys. Intentionally, she's right here. Oh, check out all these. I had to order more covers because I ran out of. Well, I didn't run out. Sorry, I knew I was going to run out, so I ordered 40 more. So, thank you to Maria from Practical Homestead. All right, this is from BG in Ohio. Ash, I think this is flower seeds. Let me open that. So there's a card. I should be over on that table there so that I could cut whatever. I'm just going to cut the address off here so I don't forget later. And put this in the fishbowl. We got a fishbowl up here that we keep the return addresses in, and then every so often we pull one out. Birthday to you. Oh, birthday joy to you. I was like, birthday to you. Josh, follow your heart and your dreams. Many wishes for a truly happy birthday. From me and Pip. What? Me and Pip?
I think that might be her YouTube.
Ah, thank you very much. And then, oh, they are flower seeds. Then she has another card here. An Easter card. And it says, Josh and Ashley, may the joy of Easter fill you and your family's heart with hope and your life with happiness. Me and Pip.
That's really Landon.
Landon's here. Thank you very much, Betty and Pippa. Sorry, late waiting for something. Okay. She sent a garbage pail kid card. Apple Corey. Like Apple Corey. Oops. Can you just see what he's up to? And then she sent beet seeds and a wildflower mix. We have a vlog coming up sometime where we're experimenting with a new flower mix on the living roof. We'll see if it works. It may or it may not. But it's when Ashley comes back down, I'll get her to explain it. It's actually seems like it's going to be a good idea. Yolanda says, hi, Josh, Ashley, and to everyone. Hope all is well. Thank you. Hello to you. Wildflower mix will be nice. Yeah. Let's see who else is here. Renee made brownies today. Covered them up with my Practical Homestead cover. Nice. By the way, guys, there is a promo code you can use on the Practical Homestead site. It's Josh 10. I think it's Josh 10, all capitals. Was it for 10% off or was it? Do you remember what my promo code is for Practical? Is it 10? Josh 10? Or is it Josh 20?
I don't remember.
Or is it Josh 5? It's not 5.
No, I don't remember.
It's either 10 or 20, but I think it's 10. Josh 10. Try that, and if it works, then you know that's what it is. But anyways, these are the seeds. Beets and a wildflower mix. Rainbow blooms.
Oh, thank you so much.
They grow all over the USA.
Looks like there's poppies in there too.
Yeah. So I was telling them about the mix that we're gonna try on that you planted.
Yeah.
What is it again?
It's a Rocky Mountain wild, like native plant wildflower mix. And so it's supposed to be good where there's not a lot of soil, where it's really hot, where it gets really cold, where there's not very much moisture.
It's high altitude.
Yeah.
Not that that's high altitude.
No,
I mean, it's higher than the ground.
Yeah, but there's not like a ton of. I mean, there's a good amount of soil up there, but there's not a ton.
There's like 2 to 3 inches.
Yeah.
In the middle, there's quite a bit more.
So it dries out. Quickly.
And it freezes all the way through as well because of the like the roof or whatever you call it. Yeah, the roof / ceiling is all exposed.
Yeah.
Okay, this is from.
Thank you so much, though.
Yeah, thank you. This is from Bonnie. Oh wait, was it a card that I just cut all up? I was cutting her return address off, and I think I just cut her card that she sent along. I didn't realize that was an envelope. I thought that was just a label. Whoops.
Oh no! Oops.
Okay. Well, it was a card. I'm sorry, Bonnie. I didn't realize that was an envelope. My bad. I mean, this is... I'll cover up her address there. This is what I saw. I literally thought that was just a piece of paper that you wrote the address on. I'm sorry. Although there was 2 stamps on it, so I should have known. But anyways, it says happy birthday. Dear Josh, best wishes to you for good health and all the excellent things you deserve on your birthday. Hippo Birdie 2 Ews. I watch all your videos.
Happy birthday to you.
Especially... Oh, that's what it is. I was like, what the heck is that? Hippo Birdie 2 Ews. Okay, happy birthday to you. Okay. I watch all your videos, especially the chickens and cats. Hugs to everyone. Best, Bonnie. Now 80 years old, she says. I seem to have a lot of grandmas in the comment section. I'm going to be like the... I'm going to try to see how many grandmas I can get.
What?
Well, they say that, there we go. They say that, you always market to the young crowd so that they will be there longer.
Ah.
But, like, I don't market to anyone. I actually am almost certain I'm going to lose some subscribers from my next video.
What's the next video?
Where we went to go get Landon's thing.
Yeah.
I edited it so it would have some humor, but some people are not going to like my choice of words. For sure. But I'm not wrong. The calendars for Ashley. Okay, so this is what she sent. She sent a... What is this? This is a diary? Calendar diary? Yeah, that's what that is.
There's roses on it.
Ashley Rose for
Thank you,
23-24. Or 23-24. She even wrote your name in there. This adventure belongs to Ashley.
Oh, thank you, Bonnie.
The tools are for Josh.
That's pretty. I
want you to try to retrieve a tiny metal thing from inside a corridor. These will help with that. That's hilarious. Just like the other day, we opened up... I think this is just for padding. We opened up a couple magnets. I actually used them too. And I can't believe I cut the card. Now I'm always gonna... Oh, there we go. Stab the table there. Okay, she sent I know she sent another one of these before. That was a wood burner. Like a wood burning pen. Which I have with my other wood burning stuff. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is freaking cool. Look, we got the mirror.
Kind of reminds me of Inspector Gadget.
Why?
I don't know, it has all the tools.
But he has the tools in his body.
I know.
He didn't have a toolkit. Go Gadget toolkit. We got a mechanic's mirror. So if you need to... By the way, I remember when I was a child, I would... I had a little mirror. I want... what is it called? A submarine has a periscope. I wanted to use a periscope. And so I just made one with, like, say there's a... Look at this. Here's another one. We have another mirror. So I would go like this. So let's see here. This is too far down. I would go like this. Yeah, I'm looking outside right now. Oh, that's too far down. Hold on, you guys might be able to see what I'm seeing. Oh, not quite. It's Josh 10? Okay. Anyway, I made a periscope out of a tissue roller and 2 mirrors. That makes it easy to focus on, obviously, than this, but that's what this reminds me of for some reason. Well, I guess because I used a mirror that was like this. Do you have a periscope in your workshop? That would be cool. You know what? That would be cool. In fact, that would be cool to put in the workshop and in the house. It has a magnet here. Excellent. Oh, wait. Is this a magnet? Oh, yeah, there we go. not very powerful to pick up something heavy, but for something light like this razor blade, simple. Oh, one of these. This is what I got from someone else. Who was that? Was that Lilani who sent the other ones?
No, Lilani sent the keychain.
She sent the key. Oh, right. Sorry, my bad. I forget who sent the other. Brenda actually says. But anyway, now I got 2 of them, so keep one in each car. Thank you very well. I'm actually going to keep this toolkit in my truck. It's fantastic. Thank you so much, Bonnie. There's one more thing here. It's a flashlight.
That sounds like an amazing holiday.
Okay, it needs batteries. Oh, and it's got a magnet on the other side, I think. I wonder if look at that. It's a flat... Ash, look at this. It's a... I need to get it. Look at that. It's a flashlight.
Okay. Oh,
But it's also a magnet.
That's handy.
And the back end is also a flashlight.
Very handy.
Careful, buddy. That's a freaking... So this just needs batteries. Wait.
I think we have one of those.
I don't know. No, I think this sticker just has to come off. I think that's just a piece of plastic that's stopping
so that's not on. Maybe.
But I don't... Hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to figure this out here. How the heck? Ah, haha, there we go. Okay. You ready for this? Look at that. This one doesn't telescope as much as this one does, but that's brilliant. Just go. You know when you get pulled over by the police and they're always shining this shit in your eyes and they're like, any idea why I pulled you over? And you're just like, dude, what? Not so that you could flash your light in my eyes, I hope, because that's annoying. And they're like, no, do you have anything to drink? And I'm like, dude, my eyes are blinded, not bloodshot. Different B words here. And then it could just be a pen light as well. That's fantastic. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you very much. I actually want to do this thing in my truck because the bench seat folds down. I wanted to make a custom seat so that, you know, like when you see in a, well, you might actually see in an Inspector Gadget movie. Inspector Gadget wouldn't have it probably, but you could just have all the little gadgets in the seat. I've seen people do it with like gun racks and stuff. But I would do it with like the different toolkits I have. Just have it so they sit nicely in the seat. It wouldn't be very comfortable to sit in, but yeah, this is fantastic. Thank you very much. It even has a front pocket here where I could put some more stuff. We got one more thing here from Justine that we will also open. I just want to make sure there's nothing in here. There you go. Got this right. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's just, okay, that just shows the contents. Don't like the product problem? World-class after-sale service waiting for you. Please contact us. I love it. You know what I find? The products that are great have the best customer service because they know they're not going to have much problem. So it doesn't suck to have a customer care center or whatever you call it. This blade is not quite. Oh shit. Okay. Let's see here. Who is that?
Justine is watching right now.
Oh, Justine is watching. Hello, Justine. Yeah, she did, yeah. Okay. Oh, there's a... I think there's a sign in here. Oh, come on. There we go. Warning, the longer the warning label, the better the tool. Some new shop candy, eye candy, or what did he call it? We had a guy over in the shop a few weeks ago. Visual clutter, more shop visual clutter. That's what he called it. He's like, wow, there's a lot of visual clutter in here. I was like, thank you. I don't know how to take that. It wasn't a compliment, but it wasn't exactly an insult either. He's a nice guy though. Read me first. Be a hero. Put the customer first. That's just what's on the post-it. Branded. Hi Josh. Happy birthday. Wishing you all good health and success in the year ahead. I'm sending you a virtual scented candle and a few other small gifts that made me think of you. Thanks for all the great vlogs. Happy trails, Justine. Sharpie scented. Look at this, guys. Let's see if I can show that a little better. Nothing wrong with visual clutter. I agree. So our cleaning girl started today, and she said that she loves how the shop is. So it kind of just depends on who you are. And yeah, so just for the shop, we got our school friend actually from I feel like I want to put this up somewhere. I'll probably put this in the shop. Because I always have like little. Come on. There's a hair on here. It's a cat hair. There we go. What was I saying? Shoot, I forget. That's okay. I always forget. Here's another. Crap taxidermy, another bathroom reader. I love bathroom readers. I think they have the best content. I was thinking about putting out a bathroom reader book just because I think they're hilarious. Man, some taxidermists are awful. Oh, what the heck? Oh, look at this snake. This is terrible. And the leopard with the teeth going through the monkey eyes. Or whatever that is. Now, I'm not saying that I would do any better. I definitely wouldn't, because I mean, that takes a lot of skill. I went to a taxidermist in Red Deer with Landon a couple years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. And man, that guy was so good. Everything looked so perfect. So I definitely know that people can do amazing work. Oh, okay, what is this? This seems like it's probably food. Like probably candy or something. Virginia peanuts. Okay. They are not candy. Peanuts in a pickle. Wait, what? Dill pickle flavored Virginia peanuts. Okay, there we go. Let's try this. Hey Ash, you want to try this?
Peanuts? Pickled peanuts?
Yeah.
What? Thank you.
Let's do a taste test here.
What is that book?
Crap taxidermy. If I wasn't severely allergic to peanuts, I would have taken a bigger handful, but these are freaking good.
They actually do taste like pickles.
They have like the perfect amount of pickle to peanut ratio flavor.
Mm.
They don't conflict where you might think they might. Yeah, look at some of these. They're awful. Like I understand. So lots of people don't agree with
What?
Look at that giraffe.
That's terrible.
Look, that's obviously somewhere in the Middle East.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't believe in like hunting. They believe in, well, if they eat meat, it's kind of actually weird when they have that belief. But anyway,
You okay?
I'm just allergic to freaking peanuts. Yeah. But when they have that might be it. When they have the opportunity to hunt, I think it's definitely a good practice. And I mean, I don't know if I would ever taxidermy anything that I went for, but there's like the whole use every part of the animal that you can.
These are really
Then
good.
it becomes art. As well. Like people don't like that I have a bear rug. Got so many people who didn't like that, so they unsubscribed. And I was like, but the bear fed like 5 people for a whole year. Okay. And now it also has some other functionality to it. Okay. Are you really allergic to peanuts? No, I'm not. Ashley just said, I'm joking. I just happened to have a dry throat there, so I was coughing. And I was trying not to cough out loud, and so it made me talk weird. But I thought I would just pass it off as allergic because it would be believable, because I just think it's funny to make jokes. Okay, that's it, I think. Oh, if you're curious, from the last gift opening, I said that we received our first send back of our boards. So these were the 2 that were sent back. This one right here. She didn't like how these 2 were thinner than the other one that was thicker. I'm not sure why that mattered, but every single one is different. They're not meant to go together as a set or anything, so I thought that was clear. But so this one she didn't like because it has these 2 little divots there, which I didn't notice, but even if I did, I probably would have just been like, ah, that's a B. But this one I totally understand. This one sucks. Let's see if I can demonstrate this. It's like, oh no, I can't. It's it warped for some reason. I don't know why it warped. So this one is going to be a giveaway, which we're going to give away right now. We're actually not going to give it away right now. I shouldn't have said that, but we are going to give this away in a future video. It is warped, so you will have to be okay with that. Makes good music. Someone used it. No, I don't think she used this at all. This probably just warped because it's wood. Wood does warp. And by the way, she's not mad or anything, I don't think. I know who she is. She's nice to me, I think. Anyway, so I don't have a problem with it. I will never have a problem with anyone sending anything back, but I just thought for those who watched the last video, I said I was curious as to why she didn't like them. And now I know. And it's not unreasonable. I think them being thin is kind of a weird complaint, but most of them are this thickness. But she also got a thicker one, which those ones are the anomaly, which is the funny part. But anyway, we're going to give this one away because it is... Actually, you know what? We might save this for 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. Perhaps. But anyways, look forward to that. And the other one I'm just going to touch up and put right back on the sale rack. Also, I wish she didn't put tape on them, so I have to get the tape residue off of them as well. Anyway, that's all the gifts. Thank you so much, everyone, for sending them. I especially am excited about this because of the different sets of, or different, not sets, but the different types of magnets. Give it little round feet. I think that feet are absolutely terrible for cutting boards. I absolutely hate them. I will never do that, even if it's requested, I think. That's just my opinion. I just think they look terrible. Sometimes, I'm sure they could look good, but like a serving tray can have feet. That makes sense. But cutting boards, I don't know. I just, every time I see a nice cutting board that has feet, I'm just like, why? Why? But that's okay. That's okay. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I did. Thank you very much to everyone for the peanuts, for the sign, for the books, for the cards, for the seeds, for this picture. The feet always fall off. Do they? Are you still selling your boards? Yes. We are. If you're on the list, you should be contacted soon because we don't have... How many names do we have left? Oh, we have lots of names left. Sorry. I lied. Okay, there's still lots of people on the list, but don't worry. Since we've given everyone 24 hours to respond, maybe I should have said 12 hours instead of 24. But anyways, there's a full day to respond. It's going slow because there's over 100 people on the list. And so just think about it being 100 days. So it's kind of a bummer. Where's the attack cat? You guys saw that? She's right here. Hey, Penny. I don't know why. I don't know why she did that. She just decided to just claw. What video was that? She clawed Clint. I know that. What did I do in that video? Was that the bonsai tree one, or was that the... Whatever video it was. Adjustable feet might be just the thing to level out a warped cutting board. Oh, probably, but it still looks ugly, so I would rather not. I'd rather just make another one. Just live cooking videos. I don't know if I can stand the stress. What? The stress of what? The most recent video where you were making a tree. Yes, okay. That video is actually doing super good right now. Let's see here. Or not super good in terms of like YouTube, but like good for me since my views have been going down so much. I was like, oh, it's at like 20,000 or something like that. Let's see what it's at now. I've disturbed Penny and now she's all like, what the hell, man? What was that?
I don't know.
There's 21,126 views. Awesome. Thank you guys for watching that. I really appreciate I really appreciate that. I know a lot of people were waiting for that one because yeah, a whole year ago he was like talking about it, and did he put that in a video or did I put it in my own video? I don't remember exactly. Or maybe we both put it in our own video. I don't know. But anyways, I didn't do it last year because I got, you know, sick. And now that I'm able to do a little more, because thanks to my medication, I think, I seem to be able to do more in a day, which is nice. Anyway, so I was able to do it, fix the welder. Clint actually figured out what was wrong with it, and which is funny because he doesn't know how to weld. He's never welded in his life, except for in our shop. That's the first time he's ever done it. When we were working on the gate, the winery gate that we made out of reclaimed materials there. That's the first time. Anyways, we were going through it because I asked my brother to come by because he's a professional welder, but my brother will, but he just had a baby, so he couldn't come by. Or I mean, I'm sure he could, but you know, he just had a baby. I'm not gonna bug him about it. Got stuff on his plate, and so anyway, we just decided to look for it, or look for the cause. I knew I wasn't getting gas to the wire, to the weld, to the whatever you call it. Can you tell I'm not a welder? And we just had to figure it out. And then when we traced the lines, and then we saw that in from the bottle to the machine, that line had some checking in it, and so we took that off. We go to a welding store / shop. They fabricate and they sell product, and and they deal with Lincoln, which is the brand of welder that I have. And so the first thing they offer, hey, are you targeting this cat? I don't think so. Leave the cat. Good boy. The first thing they offer, I was like, okay, so I brought it in and I'm like, we need whatever this is. And then I also, the gun part, whatever that's called. And I'm like, and possibly this, but I'm not sure. And so she looks it up. She's like, okay, so that's going to be $475 for the gun and $175 for the other part. I was like, what? I may as well just buy a new welder because they're 600 and something brand new for the one that I have. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Why would I pay that much for that? That's so dumb. And then she goes, or you can get a generic one, like something that's not branded, Lincoln branded, for like, it was like $15 or something like that. And I was like, what? $15? And then the gun part was more expensive. It was like $100 and something, not 400 and something. I was like, why didn't you lead with that? I just told you I'm not a welder. Oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Let's tell him that it costs $500 for what he needs. I was like, what? Actually, I guess it was closer to $600, wasn't it? It was ridiculous. But anyway, we got it figured out. I didn't need the gun part, although now I'm seeing that I'm still having issues with the trigger, and I don't know. So every like 20 minutes I have to let it sit for a bit and then go again. I didn't show that in the video. I did film that, but the video was already long enough. I had just watched the video with Shelf under Hank last night. He is still on my mind. He's still on our mind. We were just talking about him yesterday or the day before. Good old Hank. This guy, Henry, he doesn't fill his shoes. He's so scared of everything. And he's so weak and so small. He's the smallest clam I've ever seen. Look how small he is. Oh, you can't barely see him. But he doesn't kill cats, so that's good.
Or chickens.
Or chickens. Hank loved killing things, which was not the best when you're just chilling and then he just books it after a cat and you're like, ah, no. I remember one time when we were still renting from Ashley's parents, we rented their whatever you call it, suite, and I'm at home, just me, and they're at home too, Ashley's mom and dad, and the neighbors had a dog. What was his name again?
Which neighbor?
The ones who your dad thought her name was like Champagne or something.
Oh yeah, Remy.
Remy. The dog's name is Remy. Remy comes over. Nice dog, friendly German Shepherd. He's not so friendly anymore, but I think that's just because he's grown up and he has his territory or whatever. He's not friendly, but he's just a little more, you know how dogs get. But anyway, I'm in my shop, or I'm like kind of by my shop, and I'm like looking towards the front of the property, and like the property is pretty big, I guess you could say. Like it's pretty long. It's like 3 acres. So if you can imagine just looking over like, I don't know, 200 yards or something that way. Okay. And I see Hank book it to over there. And I was like, huh, I wonder what he's after. I'm like, oh, maybe it's the neighbor's cat. Good thing there's a fence. The cat will get over the fence. But the freaking gate was open because someone had just pulled in or something. For whatever reason, the gate was left open, which is normally closed. And then I hear Ashley's mom with her like concern that the dog is leaving the property. She's like, Josh! And she's like trying to get my attention, like doing this. And it was making me laugh because like that was a little over dramatic. And I will never forget it. Every time I see like Henry run after something or any dog, I just think about Ashley's mom just being like, Josh! Anyway, nothing happened, so it was fine, but yeah, anyway, yeah, that's it. Thank you for the nuts, Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's, what is that?
It's like a grocery store.
Is that, yeah. Did we ever go to one of those?
I don't think so.
You know what this reminds me of? Those, where you stick a quarter in and you get a handful of peanuts. That's what this reminds me of. I love going to, there was this mechanic called Margaret and Ralph's. Actually, it was called MAR. Automotive or something. But it stood for Margaret and Ralph. And Margaret and Ralph were a couple who owned the garage, obviously. And I don't know if Ralph was a mechanic or not, because I've never seen him work on cars ever. He would always be in the office.
Someone's wondering about that charcuterie board.
Oh.
Stacy R says, is the charcuterie board leaning up against the cabinet for sale?
How can you even see that? It must look, I know that this zooms in a little bit for me. Yeah, I will get to that in a second. Anyway, so Ralph, I would always play Minesweeper and Tetris with him. Like, I was a little kid. I was like, I had to be like 6 or 7. And my little brother, Dakota, was with me as well. Dakota, so I would be playing Minesweeper and stuff. Dakota would be sticking his finger in mouse traps for some reason. He could not stop doing that. He did it all the time, would cry, and then he would do it again. Not immediately, but like the next time. I don't know if he was trying to get the candy off or the cheese or the whatever it was on there, but he did it all the time. And he would stick his fingers in rocking chairs too.
Ouch.
Yeah. And like those kind that are like, they're a fixed base.
Yeah.
They're not like the curved, whatever you call them. And they would just be like this. And he would just go, and like his never broke his fingers though.
It's kind
But
of like that child who was whipping himself with those horse whips.
yeah, so weird. Did we ever tell you about this guy? So we have this store called PV Mart. And it's kind of like Tractor Supply.
Actually, I think it's like the same.
It's the same company?
Yeah.
It's got the same font and
Yeah.
the same red.
Yeah.
So maybe it is. So it's not like Tractor Supply. It is Tractor Supply for Canada, I guess. Yeah. Maybe. Anyway. And if you're in the UK, I don't know what it would be similar to you. Or if you're in the Netherlands. Which, by the way, I sent something off to the Netherlands today. Thank you very much. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So we're walking through PV Mart. And we just hear like this. Like this. Let's see if I can make it. Yeah, I forgot about that. But just like this fast, repetitive slapping sound. And then like we like go around the corner, and then there's this kid like
he's like 10.
Nah, he was probably like 15.
Maybe.
He's like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Like just looks at us like, I'm like, what are you doing? And what did he say?
I can't remember what he said.
He said something like, wait, did he say he was testing them or something? I don't know what his deal.
I think he said he was testing them. But like, why?
Yeah, just like a little bullwhip thing. Not a bullwhip. What do you call them?
It was in like the horse supply area. I think they're for horses, no?
Yeah, I guess so. A horse whip, but for like. No, it was like a training whip,
like
right?
A training, like a.
Yeah.
Where you're standing.
Anyway, it doesn't matter what it was. He was hurting himself in the aisle, in front of any like. I guess he wasn't doing it in front of.
Riding crop.
Riding crop.
Is that what it's called?
That's the nice way to say whip. Did you ever get whipped? Nah, riding crop though. Do you ever whip your horse? Nah, man. Don't believe in it. I use a riding crop.
Eddie Gavina says, I love it. Josh just flat out asked the kid why.
Yeah, dude. Well, I was so freaking. I was just like, why the heck would someone just be like, okay, you guys gotta imagine. He's over here. I can't see him. And then you just hear, whoosh, ah, whoosh, ah, whoosh, ah, ah, ah. And then I like come around, I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm testing them. Then he walks around the corner because he's obviously embarrassed. And I mean, I guess you would be because like, what a weird thing to do. Anyway, someone asked about this charcuterie board. It is a serving platter of sorts. It's a charcuterie board that is for a like dining table. Communal type board, I guess you could call it. It is made out of a solid piece of cherry. It kind of reminds me of a sperm whale, honestly. And this was made by me and Steve. If you remember Steve, he was the first person to help me out with the boards. This is the only one that hasn't sold, I believe. I think it's like... Do you remember how much this is? Like 200, 300, 400,
I think
500?
actually there's a picture of
6,
it on the computer
7,
screen.
8, 9, 10?
On the desktop, just minimize that. Because
Don't exit though.
I often, it's right there.
Oh, it's only $175. Why is it so cheap?
But it's expensive.
Oh, because it's
to
cherry.
ship.
It's cherry. Cherry is
Shipping would
not
be
very
a lot.
expensive, but it's like $7 a board foot. Yeah,
Linda,
board foot.
is that a horse paddle? Now he brings out what looks like a paddle, says Sarah.
If that's a huge paddle, that would be hard to wield. An unwieldy weapon is an ineffective weapon. You know Saruman had a sword? You read the book, so probably you did know that.
What? I don't remember that.
Yeah, I was watching some dude visit whale workshops, and he had a sword. Like, he had the flail, which was massive, and then he also has a sword. I never read the books, so I didn't know that. How about those Oilers? Any predictions for the Stanley Cup? Oilers go all the way.
Game
For all
tomorrow.
those, it's going to be a stressful one.
Yeah.
If we win, then we move on. If we lose,
We gotta win the last one.
then we have to win the last one. It's going to be a nail biter. If we don't win, well, we already aren't Stanley Cup champions since the 80s, right? Which I would love for them to win. I would love for them to win. But it's not up to me. You know what's annoying though? Some games they are on their A game, and then some games they're just like, it's like they are paid to like let's go the whole 7 games. You can win it in 4, right? Yeah, you can win it in 4 games, but they're like, let's play all the games, so lose. I hate it. Oh, this gave me what do you call it when things are just perfect? I have 21,345 views on that video. For a second I saw it said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but my eyes went a little dyslexic there. It's 2, 1, 3, 4, 5. I was like, dang.
Stacy says, I'll email you about the board. I want to buy it.
Stacy?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you know her mom has it going on? Dude, that song is messed up. Oh, now it's 21,416. For some reason it refreshed. Thank you, everyone who's watching that. I'm sure it's because of Alex's audience. They're watching it. Because, like, my last vlog, 7,000. Come on. Vlog number 208, 209. And now I have 210, which all those new subscribers, they're just going to be like, oh, okay, he says that word? Unsubscribe.
Which word did you say?
I didn't say
Not
it.
the word that I think you said.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't say it. I cut it out. Why are you looking at me like that? In context, it makes sense. I was just... everything is made clear with context. 39% in going on. But yeah, who is... Hey, don't. Why did you do that? Huh? You little clam. Lucky she didn't claw your eyes again. Or your eye, I should say.
It was Ava's eye she clawed.
Oh. Right.
But Ava didn't even do anything. She just scared her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think the cat was sleeping and Ava just put her face like right
Oh, and it started with
up
her.
there. It started with her.
She's a lucky woman. The heavy horses pullers for heavyweight. See, context would make that make sense to me. I watch them all, sometimes twice. Well, thank you. Who is here from Alex's channel? Wow, you guys are colder, LOL. I feel bad for you. Short summers. Us? Yeah, we have short summers.
Yeah.
Just 3 months or so. I had to add some of my subscriptions after last update on phone. That's weird. Tough Girl says, me, Julie, John, Ghost in the Machine. Oh, I know Ghost in the Machine. I saw your comment. Thank you. Isabel. Heather. Oh, wait. Heather didn't say that. Tammy. Those comments are going a little quick. Hold on. I'm not even on live chat. I'm here for both channels. I started watching Alex. Found you a few years ago, and I watch you more than him now. Well, thank you. I'm a fan of both you and Alex. Thank you. I appreciate you. Man, if it wasn't for Alex, I wouldn't have even started doing YouTube like this. And I would still be doing construction. And then we'd be screwed because of my brain thing. Yeah,
It's almost May 1st.
It is almost May 1st in 3 days. That'll be a whole year. But, yeah. Alex was just like, hey, why aren't you filming this? I'm like, I am filming this at the Potter's house. He's like, yeah, but I never see you filming. I'm like, yeah, I'm filming it like step by step because I built the kitchen and that's all I was filming, not in a vlog style, just in a build style. And then he was like, no, you should vlog. And I was like, nah, that's lame. I already tried vlogging years before that, which you can still see those videos. And then I didn't think it was lame. I just thought it was a waste of time. And then he was like, no, you should do it. And then I started doing it, and those videos are absolute trash. But they have way more views than than the ones I have now. But, yeah. Now I like doing videos because I love the editing process. I like doing vlogs more than I like doing build videos because the build videos, there's no story. It's just making a thing. It's not as good. But so thanks to Alex, I do YouTube. On a more serious note, I probably still would have done it, just less. It would have just been build videos and paint videos, which is not bad, but you know. What about the soundbite you asked Alex to do? What for? That's for Just Joshing with Dakota, which is a different channel that I do with my little brother. It's just like a talk show channel. You can look it up right now. I wonder how many subs we have over there. Oh, what am I doing? Just Joshing with Dakota. Oh, I can't even search it with JJWJ anymore.
It's weird how much these taste like pickles.
It is delicious. Just Joshing with Dakota. We have 1.87 thousand subscribers. Wow. We have more than we had last time I checked. That doesn't make any sense because we haven't done anything on there in 2 years.
No, you did one kind of recently, didn't you?
Oh, right. We did one for... Yeah, why did we even do that? I don't remember.
I don't remember. You did it in the shop, right?
Yeah, let me look. Bunch of nonsense, I called it. Okay, we did Happy Halloween. That one was a year ago. Okay, so it wasn't 2 years ago. Okay, so we did them consistently from, let's see here, 3 years ago till 2 years ago. And then we did one a year after. So there was a year break and then 9-month break. And that's how you run a successful YouTube channel. Are you okay?
Spit out my water.
I'm pretty sure I've seen all your vlogs, etc. I did see Alex first. I enjoyed all. Well, I'm glad you do, Roberta. Wait, are you Roberta? Or are you a different Roberta? I'm hooked on your vlogs because of the artistic focus and entertaining stories. I'm glad you like it. I'm subscribed to Just Joshing with Dakota. Thank you, Janice. I started with the Potter House also. Loved you guys together in that series. You know what? I wish that he found another house like that because I like it way more when you... Not that... Well, it was his first one. So he's refined his process a lot more. But the newness was so cool. Like when he... So we were friends.
So like staying there too.
Yeah, staying there, meeting the people in the town, right? We were friends, but just kind of friends. And like not just kind of friends. How do you say, like more casual than like immediate friends or whatever you'd call it. And then he was like, "Hey, do you want to build the kitchen?" And I was like, "I've never done that before, dude." And he's like, "Yeah, but I've seen the other things you built." I'm like, "Freaking mosquitoes out of scrap metal and kitchens are two different things." And but he's like, "Nah, I trust you." And so I was like, "Okay." So I did it, and then it turned into doing it all the time now. So thank you, Alex. You guys are friends because he saved you at the swimming pool. Right. That's exactly it. You had my heart with that kitchen,
Alex,
for real.
that was a great impression of you, says Ron.
Probably another one. I was biker nurse for a while. Why are you not biker nurse still? I would have recognized that. Vincent was fired because he does not wear pants. Vincent, the skeleton? It was heartbreaking those renters wrecked it, but it was good for the vlog. What did you read, Ash? I can't see. Oh, Ron says, Alex does a great impression of you. Well, he does. He doesn't sound like me though. He's just like, dude. Like I can do an impression of his impression. Dude, that's. No, I can't. I don't even know what he's a. Word, dude. Do I say dude a lot though? I must.
Yeah.
For that to be the thing that he says in my impression. As my impression. But like when he calls me, he will, or if I call him, oftentimes he will say, dude. Not all the time, but he does oftentimes. The kitchen looked great. I thought it was great too. I remember when you told the goofy story about meeting him in a badger hole or something like that. What?
You don't remember that one?
No, I don't. You have such a natural talent for making vlogs. Your editing skills are great. Well, thank you, Sandra. Badger hole. What the heck was that one? Now, if you guys want to know how I met Alex, it was not a badger hole. There was like, okay, so it's kind of a long story, but what's the Fat Burger? Fat Burger. I thought I was gonna call it Fat Frank's, and I always get Fat Frank's when I go to Princess Auto. Why are you laughing?
I'm thinking about that Office when Michael Scott's like, sometimes you just start talking and you don't know what you're gonna say.
Don't ever, for any reason, ever, at all, at any time. Yeah. No, okay, so we're at Fat Burger. I think it's called Fat Burger. It's like a chain restaurant. It's like kind of like fast food, but not. It's like a sit down with a fast food atmosphere. It's kind of like a greasy spoon, if you will. Anyway, so I'm there with one of my employees at the time, and in the kind of the back of the restaurant, there was a dude listening to his music on his phone. You know those type of folks where it's just like you can't really hear it unless you're close to it, and it just sounds annoying. Well, there was this guy there listening to it, and this is what he does. Okay? This is, I'm not joking, okay? He's sitting there like this, okay, and this is the table. Then he gets up, pulls up his pant leg, and he does this. And I was like, looking at him like, what the heck? What is he doing? And I told my guy, I was like, dude, look at this guy. And he's just doing this weird like dance thing. And I was like, that kind of reminds me of like powwows. When you go to a powwow, you see different dances. I don't know what dance it would be, but I was like, he kind of looks native. I bet you. But I was like, I don't know, man. And so I was looking at him, and he. Oh, I must be back. What was that before?
I was wondering.
Oh, maybe he's coming in.
So there's motion on a driveway post just now.
Give me 1 second.
It sounded like the door was opening.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
But Landon just left.
Oh, that's what he was working at. You mind if I drink one of these?
No, I don't mind. I don't know if you like them, but go for it.
Okay, where was I? What flavor is this?
Cherry, I think.
Yeah, I don't like this.
I can't drink two.
That's not good. Yeah, so the dude, he's doing this weird dance thing, and I was just like, what the heck is this? Anyway, so he sees me looking at him, and I was like this, right? I was like, And so he like looks at me, and he like stops, and he's by the bathroom, which is kind of around like in the corner hall. And so he like stops, and he like pauses his music. And then I thought he was gonna be like, dude, what are you doing? Like, gonna upset with me for like judging him or whatever. But instead, he like goes like this up against the wall, like this. He's doing it like this, and then the guy goes like this. He's like, psst, psst. And I'm like, who the heck is he? Psst. Thing too, like, psst. And like he's looking at me, so I'm like, me? And who I was with, who was it? Rory? I forget what his name is. The freaking other drywaller guy. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm like, is he like psting at us? And so I'm like me? And he's like, psst. So I like go over there. And he's like, what are you looking at? And I'm like, I was looking at you. What do you mean? He's like, our dogs are barking. I don't know if you can hear that. You probably can. Anyway, he's like, what are you looking at? And I was like, I was looking at you, dude. I'm like, you were freaking dancing in the freaking aisle of the restaurant. What do you mean? And he's like, do you know what I was doing? And I was like, yeah, dude, everyone knows what you were doing. You were doing some weird dance. What was it? Oh, okay. Hey, do you mind bringing me a drink?
Yeah, water.
Water's cool. These are not good. Have you guys ever tried this? Not a fan. Anyway, so yeah. So I go over to, and what this guy looked like, he looked like rich homeless. Does that make sense? Like, if you can imagine a guy who's homeless, but like he's like new homeless, or like gets a lot of benefits, social benefits or whatever kind of homeless. We mixed the bubbly with other pop, really? That could have been deadly. Ashley almost fell down the stairs because of Penny. I thought something was happening because Penny was making, or actually it wasn't Penny. Penny followed me up there, but someone was making a racket, and I was like, what? What is happening? Why are the animals doing like this? Anyways, then Penny goes up the stairs.
As I'm coming down.
Okay. Sorry. Let me start over.
Pineapple and lime bubbly.
Together? Add them together?
No, maybe it's one of the new like a flavor. That sounds delicious.
Yeah, but are those even, like, how do you even like that?
I really like them.
Okay, so anyway. I forget where I was at. This backstory is important because it'll make more sense. Because if it wasn't for this guy, none of the other stuff would happen. So, anyways. Oh yeah, he's like, do you know what I was doing? And I was like, yeah, everyone knows what you were doing. He's like, I was just dancing. I was like, yeah, I just said you were dancing. He's like, hey, do you speak English? And I was like, yes. He's like, do you mind if we start speaking English instead? I was like, no. Well, what are you talking about? And so he's like, okay. He's like, go over there and come back. I I was like, what the hell is this guy? So I go back to my seat and I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with this guy. He just asked me if he minds if we start speaking in English. And so then I'm just sitting there still waiting for my food. And then he goes, psst. And he's still over there, like, well, he's actually in front of me, but he's over around the corner, right? He's like, psst. And I'm like, look at him, right? And I'm just like, so I'm like, he's like, wants us to go over there, or he wants me to go over there. And then he keeps doing like this, like where he looks around, he's, psst. And then he's like, he turns on his music. He's like, they won't hear us. And I was like, okay. So I go over there, and he's like, you know where Peter keeps his yarn? And I was like, what? Are you okay?
Yes.
And I was like, no. Who's Peter? He's like, you don't know where Peter keeps his yarn? I was like, no, dude, I don't know where Peter keeps his yarn. And he's like, he like points to right here behind my ear. And it's making Ashley laugh. Anyway. Yeah, so he's like, this is where Peter keeps his yarn. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, if he keeps his yarn there, everything's okay. And I was like, okay, cool. So you can keep dancing if you want. And he's like, I know. And I was like, okay, good. And then his food comes, and so he just goes to his table like nothing was weird. Like everything he said made sense, and we meant to have this conversation. We meant to have a meeting that day. Just the weirdest interaction that I've ever thought of, or I could ever think of. However you say that. And so then I go back to our table, and I'm like, I go back to my table, and I wish I remembered his name. His name's not Rory. Rory was our... Anyway, it doesn't matter. And then he's like, what did he want this time? I'm like, he's like, dude, this is where Peter keeps his yarn. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. And so we're talking about it. Then we get our food eventually a little bit later. And then he is over there. I can still see him. And he's eating his lunch like this. Like this. And he's looking at me like right in my face. He's just eating his burger. And I was just like, dude, this is the weirdest interaction I've ever had in my entire life. And and then he goes like, you want me to perform? Can you guys still hear me with that? Give me 1 second. Is that too loud? I don't know. Anyway. He's like, you want me to perform? And I was like, sure. And then he does his freaking, he like gets up from the table, pulls up his pant leg again, and then he does like this thing, and then he does like more moves, and his music is blaring. And then who walks in but Alex with someone? I can't remember who it was. He was with it was him and someone else. Anyways, they come in, and they're looking at him, and then I'm looking at them, and then he asks me, what is he doing? I'm like, I don't know. He's performing. And he goes, oh, okay. Does he have like a hat out or something? I'm like, no, dude, he's just a guy who asked if we could speak in English and told me about Peter's yarn and asked if he could perform. And it was the weirdest shit I've ever experienced. That is how I met Alex, because we started talking about this dude, and he wanted to know. He's like, text me when he's done, because he had a pickup order or whatever. He's like, text me when he's done. And so then I texted him later. I'm like, dude, the guy, he just kept doing that until we left. And he's like, oh, okay. By the way, I'm an antique dealer. If you ever are in the in the market for Peter's yarn. You can spin it all you want. It's a great product. And so, there we go. Was the guy doing the stanky leg? Caden did that the other day, and I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, stanky leg. And then he did like this other dance. He did like this other like this, or like, I don't know, he did like this thing, and I was like, what is that? Because he does like all those trendy, stupid dances. He used to do the, I forget what it's called, the flossing or whatever. Like the, he would do it all the time, and I was like, what are you doing? Yeah, anyway, so the other day, actually we have a vlog coming out where he's making a table, and he kept doing the stanky leg. No, the guy was not doing the stanky leg.
John says, is this where he reaches up and pinches your cheeks like the old guy did to you?
So I told Clint about that story. I actually showed it to him.
No, first of all, you brought it up, and he didn't know what you were talking about.
Oh yeah. Did you guys see the vlog where I showed that guy's cool house, and then I say he's the cheek pincher, and he's like, what? The cheek pincher? Okay. And then he asked me later what I meant by that. And then I showed him the story of me telling you guys about how I met Alex at the... Oh wait, that's not how I met Alex. I just told that story. I just made it up, right? That wasn't even an Alex story. Yeah. That guy was 90 years old, I found out.
Really?
Yeah. He does not look 90. Like
and he's still working.
Yeah. When I went to go pick up the things, so in that story I said that I went to go pick up these things. I actually did, which will be in another vlog as well. But when I went to go get those, he was there, and I told him what I wanted to get. I knew where they were and stuff, or I kind of knew where they were, and so he's like, "Oh, we'll just get whatever his name was, Clarence." His name wasn't Clarence. Some guy to drive me to it. And they'd get him with the giant skid loader. And I was like, well, that's full of mud, but okay. And anyway, yeah, the dude is 90 or something. 90 something. He's 90 or over. And yeah, he was going through insurance. Someone was suing him or something. And he did not seem to care at all. He's like, I'm 90, dude. What are you going to do? I'm going to die tomorrow. Yeah. But anyways, what do you guys think of how I met Alex? I wish there wasn't so many interruptions. It would have been a way better story. I don't look over 40. Would pass for 20. Clean shaved. Yeah, Chris, you definitely look younger than you are. Josh did the diving. Alex had the getaway ambulance. So that story I've been thinking about for days, which is, it sucks that I wish there wasn't like the dogs barking and stuff and the vacuuming and stuff. It would have been like, it would have been way more believable because I knew the whole story already. So basically that was a lie. But that's not how I met Alex. But if you're new to the channel, you will see that when people ask me how I met Alex, I will tell a story like that. And people often think that I'm lying because I'm giving too many details, but that's actually how I tell stories because of my stupid ADD, which is not stupid at all. Actually, it's awesome. I think in certain aspects. But I really did see a dude at Fatburger who really did do that dance for some reason, but it was a different guy who said do you know where Peter keeps his yarn? And I was like, what? And then he just pushed right here. He said he keeps it right here. This is where Peter keeps his yarn. And I was like,
when was this?
Like not too long ago. And I was like,
that not too long ago?
Yeah, like a month ago maybe.
Where were you?
I think I was in Westminster Mall. No, I was in Southgate Mall. And yeah, I went to Legit Kicks. and he was just like, he's like some just a homeless dude or someone. He's like, I thought he was gonna ask me for money, and he's like, hey buddy, and I was like, ah, I don't have cigarettes, is what I was thinking, because I always get asked for cigarettes, and he's like, hey buddy, and I'm like, I turn around and he's like, hey, do you know where Peter keeps his yarn? And I was like, what? Do you know where Peter keeps his yarn? Sorry, one more time. Do you know where Peter keeps his yarn? And I was like, I was about to say what again, because it just makes no sense. Like, who the heck is Peter? Why does he have yarn? Why is he keeping it anywhere in the mall here? And he just goes like this. He just goes, and he just touches this ear. He just touches it behind my ear, and he goes, this is where Peter keeps his yarn. And I was like, okay. And then he leaves. Weirdest interaction. Different guy, though, obviously. Or, I don't know if it's obvious. Both things are strange. But anytime you see someone who's on drugs or something, there's some, I mean, it's not funny that they have an addiction problem, but there are funny stories that come from those interactions. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I just combined a couple things and turned it into that.
Chris says he was flirting with you.
Hey, you got any good pickup yarns? Pickup lines? Yeah, have you tried do you know where Peter keeps his yarn? Yeah, dude, it was weird. He's got the confidence of I don't who has great confidence. I don't even know, but he's just a rock.
The Rock.
Oh, the Rock. The Rock. Imagine the Rock. Hey, jabroni, do you know where Peter keeps his yarn? The people's elbow. Because a joke / story is a yarn. Get it? Pick up yarn. He wanted to knit you something comfortable to wear. The way that, just he obviously thought something, right? He obviously was he wanted me to know. He made sure I knew. I was so confused. Do you guys remember my one video where the guy's sign says, can't work until my arm heals, and his arm is off? It's missing. Hilarious. Terrible that he has a amputated arm that got electrocuted off, he told me. And he's homeless because of it. That's not funny at all. But it's funny that his sign said, can't work until my arm heals. What? That confidence is amazing. And I think I'm pretty confident, but I don't have that confidence. And I just think that I don't know, I just love it.
Josh was a storyteller back in the 1400s, was Wendy.
Back in the 1400s, did they have those types of stories back then? What do you mean? What happened in the 1400s? Is that the Dark Ages? We'll see if I have a day where I'm bored, no other work to do. Once I start, I can't stop. Renee?
To catalog all the Alex stories.
Oh, she's going to do that? That would be awesome.
Someone was asking if she had done it.
No, she just does that for Dakota. For me, I'm the second fiddle. By the way, did you guys know where the term second fiddle comes from? This blew my freaking mind. Okay, so, and you know how I learned this? Because Clint broke his boom, 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 boom,
Bass?
boom, 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 boom. Yeah, upright bass. Okay, so second fiddle. When you play second any instrument, you have the first chair and you have everyone else. And I don't know why first chair is amazing or not. Like, I don't even know what that means exactly. But anyways, if you're second fiddle, okay, where it comes from is not from orchestra. It comes from, hold on, let me look up his name here. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Don't cheat. Don't look this up. Don't say in the comments. I just want to get his name right. Excuse me. Isaiah. Okay. So, Michael played first fiddle. Okay. So, Michael built, he was a carpenter and he built instruments, among other things. Hold on. What's his name, Michael? Hold on. I gotta be, hold on. No, sorry. His last name is Michaels. His name is Charles. Charles was a carpenter and he made instruments, among other things. Oh, let me read this real quick so I get it right. Okay. Okay, during a musical event, Charles accidentally destroyed his horsehair bow and had a second fiddle that he was to give to his friend Isaiah during the encore. Okay, so second fiddle is because this freaking guy, Charles, was supposed to give his friend a second fiddle, but he accidentally wrecked his bow, which somehow destroyed something about his other thing. Oh no, what? Sorry. Hold on, I have to read this. I have to read the whole thing here. No, his bow was destroyed. Okay, he didn't play. Hold on. Charles? Rosin? Rosin? What the heck is rosin? He got frustrated and destroyed his fiddle and took Isaiah's fiddle. Okay, so he played second fiddle that he was supposed to give to his friend Isaiah during the encore. So he played his best friend's fiddle. Anyway, something like that. It sounds better when you don't say it from me, but when you don't say it from me, that doesn't even make sense. Charles was supposed to play in an anticipated encore, but during whatever that song is, he destroyed his fiddle by getting out of frustration because of whatever. Rosin? What is rosin? On his bow.
Rosin?
No, it's R-O-S-I-N. Okay. Nothing wrong with seeing humor in difficult situations. Yeah. When Josh comes on live, I leave what I'm watching because I know we will always have a good time. Okay. So, yeah. So, second fiddle is because of one concert back in the Dizzy, maybe in the 1400s. I don't know when the fiddle was invented. But anyway, someone's playing the freaking violin. He's going to give his friend a violin. Anyways, and then the saying is playing second fiddle. Because it sucks because it's like someone else is stealing from you. Stealing a gift from you. That's what you use on the bowstrings. Rosin also keeps the horsehair of the bow from fraying as well. Fiddle players use it on their bows. That story wasn't as good. I was trying to be funny. That's not what second fiddle means. I literally just looked up nothing and I added in some words that made it seem like I was reading something, but I wasn't. And then I was like, I don't know how to like play this joke out. Like, where's the punchline? There isn't one. And I'm like, well, they don't all hit. That whole story was made up. I don't actually know where the term second fiddle comes from. Let's look it up. The expression play second fiddle is derived from the way a musical orchestra is organized. So the thing that I told you it's definitely not, it definitely is. Oh, the first chair leads the section. And so the second fiddle is subordinate to the first violin. Oh, this is violin, not fiddle. I don't know why I said that. Same instrument. Yeah, I just basically remembered that Michael Landon, who plays Charles Ingalls, played the violin, and his best friend was Isaiah something. I'm just like looking up my stats, pretending that I'm telling you guys a story, reading a story. Okay, let me refresh this. I freaking accidentally... Oh, there it is. Anyway, we've gone long. Spinning yarn again, Josh. That's why the first violinist comes out first in a concert. But then, does everyone have to walk past him or her? Or does the... I guess they would... they would orchestrate a way to make the seating arrangement efficient. They wouldn't just be like, okay, first fiddle, sit down, and everyone else brush past their knees. I listened to a fascinating podcast about Phantom of the Opera. It was running for like 33 years or something like that. And the musicians in the pit, or whatever you call it, would sometimes draw on the audience members on the bottom of their shoes. They would draw on them because like they're in the pit, so you can't see them. And they would just like draw messages on people's shoes. I think that's hilarious. It's a great prank. Harmless prank, but hilarious. Almost got you. But they had to shut down because of COVID. So now the show doesn't play anymore, I think, or what? I don't know actually.
I don't know.
But anyway, I don't remember what the podcast was on. I went to see that production in Edmonton in the early EDMT. Is that Edmonton? You're gonna get me in the eye. This reminds me of what I did to your dad by accident.
Oh my gosh.
So guys.
Did he text you today?
No. Did he text you?
No.
He's mad.
I don't think he's mad.
No, he's not. So Joe comes over yesterday. He's like, hey Josh, the son I never had. I would love it if you made me a bracket for my table. You're so good at everything you do. And I was like, no problem, Joe. I will do it for you. And then he goes over and watches me, which is fine. I freaking cut the thing. It's all good. I drill the holes, and then the notch that I cut it, it's like, say, a metal rectangle like this with 2 holes in it and then a slot right here. But the slot I accidentally cut crooked by accident because I put it in the vise a little crooked and I just didn't compensate properly. Anyways, it was crooked, so I was like, that's trash. I'm gonna make you another one. So I cut another piece of steel out of the stock that I had. Do the same thing, cut the line, and then I go to drill the holes like I just did 2 holes on the drill press, right? I'm pulling down. But somehow, so I'm standing here at the drill press and he's standing like kind of behind me and to my right a little bit. I'm pulling down just like normal. It's cutting easily. no problem. And then suddenly the, well, this is what I see. The freaking piece just goes flying and it hits him in the arm, like right in his, whatever this muscle is called right here. And then goes, it hits him and then it goes underneath the workbench, kind of, I don't know, like 5 feet away from him. So it hit him hard. And I was like, where did that go? And then he's like, ooh, like, what the hell was that? But like not pain noises, just kind of like, what happened? And we were both like, yeah, what did happen? Where did that go? Like I watched it, so I knew that it flung, but I didn't understand even how it happened. It still actually doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, it hit him and then it went under the bench. I grabbed it and the drill bit is in it. And I was like, what? I'm like, oh, it's broken. So the chuck had half the drill bit and the other half of the drill bit was in the workpiece. Somehow it sheared up here and it was in the workpiece down here. So it didn't even go this far into the piece. It just somehow broke. I must have been pulling down too hard or something and it like bent or something. But like it felt like it was going through and it looked like it was going through perfect. It was cutting super nice and everything. And I just flung him and hit him in the arm. And it's a good thing that I took all of the burrs off and stuff because it didn't even cut him. But it did give him like a very muscular arm, I'll have to say. It looked muscular, but it was just a bruise. But greater radialis, is that what that is? I don't have one anymore since I've not been doing anything for almost a year, but I used to have like this. So whatever that is, I don't have one anymore. I do, it's just really small. That's what she said. I was just trying not to laugh because it's rude. Hope he's okay. I think he is okay. I texted him later. And before that, okay, so 2 things happened. He's like watching me do the little slot, and I was cutting it with one of the cheaper zip discs on an angle grinder, and I'm just not at face level. That would have been stupid, but I'm cutting through it, right? And then the zip disc just explodes, which makes the thing like it like tore out of my hand and hit the floor. And I was like, well, that's never happened to me before. Usually when they explode, it doesn't create the inertia to like rip it out of your hand. It could have just caught in the workpiece. That maybe did it. I don't know. It happened so fast that it's hard to tell, but I was like, huh, that was
These things happen when
weird.
Dad comes to the shop.
He is a bad omen. No, he's a bad luck charm. No, he's not. He's just a guy who happens to be around when things go bad. Didn't something go wrong when we changed the oil when he was around too?
No. Did it?
I think something did, yeah. Like every time I do something that I've done a million times, do it around
because
him.
you're like nervous.
I would never be nervous about that. I don't worry about him. I don't care what he thinks about me. I just, if he thinks good, good. If he doesn't, well, that's his problem. It's just when he's there, maybe I'm just like too busy talking or something. I'm just like, so Joe, what's the good word? I don't know. So Josh, what was number 3? Bad things always happen in 3s. That'll be in the next vlog. Because that was the same day, right?
Yeah, it was.
That'll be in the vlog that's going to be up tomorrow. It's 68% uploaded, 55 minutes left, but I'm going to make it go live tomorrow. Yeah, it was good.
I'm surprised everything's working. The washing machine, the live video, and your
Our washing machine runs off the internet, guys. You know that the naughty is winning when you get a washing machine that has to use the internet. Or it doesn't have to use it, right? It just tells you on your phone what stage it's at or whatever, and you can tweet from it.
I don't think you can tweet.
Yes, you can.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have Twitter, so.
Me neither.
Maybe
I
I'm
actually do have
doing
Twitter,
the washing.
but I don't know how to use it.
Washing whites. How are your eyes doing, Josh? Ask Chris.
My eyes are great. Thanks for asking. Who asked that?
Chris.
Chris McQuagg?
Mhm.
Did you guys know that Chris has 20/20 vision, but he still needs glasses? What? That doesn't even make sense to me. But anyway, my eyes are good in terms of being able to see. No side effects. I did my what do you call it? The follow-up, and it was good. She's like, oh, they look like they didn't heal over, like close. And I was like, perfect. So we don't have to do it again. It's painless, basically painless, and whatever. It's easy, but yeah.
Renee says Landon mentioned something that happened to him in his Instagram story that might qualify as a third thing to happen.
Landon did? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Washing machine tweets. Wait, is that a washing TT? What? I don't know what your capitals are supposed to be. 2015 vision, up close. Ah, sorry, I thought you said 2020. Ashley knows all about things coming in threes as a nurse. Does she? Name 3 things, quick. How many people did you heal? 3? Only 3? Oh, that's all you need, right? I was gonna ask the exact opposite question, but I was like, that's not nice. How many people did you kill?
Yeah, that's all I would question.
Every time you go to the hospital, you just ask the doctor or nurse or whoever's looking after you, just be like, so how many people died on your watch? I don't think I want to be around you. I've never done that. I never would do that. I can tell who is a new nurse and who isn't because of when Ashley was going to school, she would do like okay, that's where I do the listen to the heart. Actually over here, right? Angle of Louis. Am I mixing it up?
No, you're good.
Suprasternal notch.
I don't know why that's the thing you always remember.
Because they did it to me so often.
Yeah, I did.
So I'm just like, yeah, you did it when I got carbon monoxide poisoning. That chick did it.
You also, Josh, you know how great he is? He let me practice doing IVs on him.
Yeah, like 50 times. IVs.
Oh.
Needles don't scare me, so it didn't bother me. It is annoying when Ashley didn't do this, but I remember when I had carbon monoxide poisoning, for some reason my vein was not very visible. Although every other person said I have great veins, whatever that means. But she couldn't get it, and they did it so weird. Did I ever tell you guys this? I think I did. Okay, I'm laying there on a crucifix bed. I don't know if they call it that, but it looks like it. It has these arm things that go like this. Okay. Actually, I only had the one out, honestly. But the other one was there. I could have put my arm on it. It was tucked in, but it was there. You know what I'm saying. Anyways, this nurse, or whoever she was, she comes in like this. She literally is humming. What? Okay? You know the generic, nothing's going on. I can't whistle, but she's just like this. She's just like, so my feet are here and my head's over here, okay? She just goes, and she holds me down by my shoulders.
Were you acting crazy?
I don't think so. I just like look at her like, what are you doing?
Like, why did you feel like she needed to hold you down?
I don't know. And then they put this hand in a handcuff thing. And then they had this hand out and another person was holding this arm down.
You must have been, like, out of it.
They were laughing their heads off. Okay?
Yeah, so what were you doing? Do you remember?
I was making jokes.
Why did they restrain you?
I don't know. Because I could hold my breath for 2 minutes. And there's like, okay, this guy can hold his breath for longer than me. This is unfair. Punch him in the stomach. Actually, I could hold my breath for 3 minutes, but I was seeing
Who
how.
was with you? Was your mom with you at that time?
No one was with me.
No one was.
Like, my mom was at the hospital, but I was in the,
Oh, okay.
whatever you call it, the
Yeah.
room. Which is, you know what's messed up is I got a room, or what, curtain room at first, and then they put me in the hallway for the rest of my stay, which I was there for 2 days, almost 3 days. But they hold my arm down, and then this new nurse, I'm assuming she's new. She goes like this. She like takes this needle and she goes poke, 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 poke. And I was like, holy, is this why you're holding me down? Because you're just gonna stab me over and over again? I didn't say that. I was just like looking at her like, this can't be how you do it.
Ninja Mama says, how did you know you had carbon monoxide poisoning?
Because I was dead. Yeah, so kind of a long story. This is not made up at all. I'm working on my car, my Mustang. I got these new seats for it, these racing seats. Lightweight bucket seats that are plastic. And they got like harness and stuff. Anyway, I needed to grind a piece of metal, and all I had was a pneumatic tools.
Say how old you are. How long ago?
I was 18. I was 18, or I was just 19. Anyway, so I'm in the garage. It's a 2-car garage, so it's not big. It's small space, and I turn on the air compressor, which is a wheelbarrow, like a roll air style, which is gas powered. And like we would use this all the time. We just pull start it, use it, but usually the door's freaking open. But it's the middle of the night. It's like 2 a.m. or something like this. And it's October, so it's cold. And so my brother Dakota just moved back home for 2 weeks before he moved to Arizona, and he was helping me. But then he got mad at some criticism that I had for him because he sucked at doing something. So he's like, "Okay, I'm going inside." So he goes inside, which for probably a good thing because we both would have died, and then we would have died actually.
Yeah.
So anyway, he goes inside. I stay outside for hours, and I had the compressor run probably. Hey, what are you barking at? Flying in again.
He's leaving again.
He's probably fixing the thing that we get in the next vlog.
No, he's not.
He's in the van?
Yeah.
The man van. So anyway, it's probably an hour or so. I don't actually know how long it was. I can't remember. Also, I didn't note the time at any moment. But I start to feel like I can't think straight. And usually, or I shouldn't say usually because I don't actually know this for sure, but I've heard it described as when you get deprived of oxygen, you start making stupid decisions because you can't think straight. Which I was not thinking straight, but I realized I wasn't thinking straight, so I went outside. Like I felt fine in terms of like I didn't feel sick, and I didn't feel dizzy. I didn't feel anything, but I'm crouching down, and carbon monoxide is heavy, so I'm like at the level that it would be at, and I stand up, and then I'm dizzy, and I'm like, oh, okay, something is wrong. I turn off the air compressor, and then I try to walk outside, and so the compressor is in one corner, and the door is on the other corner, like, what do you call that? Like adjacent? Diagonal? Kitty corner, yeah. So I'm like, I don't know, 20 feet away, but I have to walk around stuff. And that was so tricky. I had those toolboxes, those plastic toolboxes that just come with a ratchet set and like there's screwdriver stuff in there. I had one of those opened up on the floor and I could barely step over it. My feet were so heavy. It felt so weird. And I was like, oh, something is wrong because I should be able to step over this thick of a freaking thing on the floor. I don't understand why I can't, so something has to be wrong. I realized something was wrong based off of things that I couldn't do, which was, I don't know, though, like, it's kind of like when you're dreaming and then you realize you're dreaming and then you have a lucid dream and you can like control your dream or whatever. It's kind of like that where I was just like, oh, I'm effed up. I need to go get some fresh air. And then I open the door and then I see all these ghosts just fly out of the garage, which ghosts aren't real, so they were obviously fumes. But it looked like, is it Ghostbusters? Is it Ghostbusters where the ghosts are like getting sucked into something and there's like, or they're like flying out of something? I can't remember. Anyways, I remember it thinking about that movie scene. I think it's from Ghostbusters. But anyway, I was like, wow, that's so trippy. All these like kind of colorful ghosts are flying out the garage. And then I get it into the fresh air and I like feel like this lightness and I was like, wow, this feels amazing. I felt like I felt like I was stepping up on the air. And I go into my driveway and I just I face plant. And I was like, I try to put my arms out, but I can't. I was so messed. I just go, oh, in my head I'm like, this is going to hurt my face. And I just drop like just, I don't know. It didn't hurt at all though. I felt it, but it didn't feel bad. It just felt like, oh, here's the ground. And I cut my eye here, or was it this one? I can't remember. So like, I should have felt it because a rock just went, just like a little cut, though, not like a, and it didn't bleed very much. It was just like a little trickle. So, but anyway, I face planted into the driveway. Now, luckily, for whatever reason, our cat was outside, and at this stage in its life, we let him in at night. Well, we let him in whenever he wanted to come in, but usually throughout his like younger life, he would stay out all summer long, day and night. But as he was getting older, we like, regardless if he wanted to go in or not, we would bring him in because we live out here, so there's like coyotes and owls and shit, and you just don't want your cat to die. That can't run away because he's old. But this cat, his name was Kitty. He was outside, and it's like 2 a.m. or later at this point. So it's weird that he's outside. He should be in at like 10 p.m. Yeah, 10 p.m. I was like, wait, a.m., p.m. Yeah, 10 p.m. he should be inside because that's when my mom would go to bed about. And so he's outside. And if he wasn't outside, I would be totally probably dead. Because I fell asleep. I knew I shouldn't fall asleep, but I was like, I slammed into the ground and my face broke my fall. And I didn't feel it. And I was like, oh, then I guess I could probably go to sleep. Like, I somehow thought that since it didn't hurt, it must be fine to do other things. And I was like, okay, I should sleep or not sleep. What should I do or not do? And then I just fell asleep. And then my cat came up to me, and he has this if you have a cat, probably, or it's likely that your cat does the same type of meow when it wants to go outside. So our cat would use the litter box, but he hated the litter box. So he would prefer to go outside to go to the bathroom. And so in the morning, he would meow this high-pitched, long meow to wake me up so that I would let him outside at like, say, 7 or so, 7 a.m. But he comes over to me at some point and he's doing that meow in my face and it woke me up. I don't know how long I was sleeping for, probably just minutes, if that. It was very hard to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like time escaped me. I couldn't process it. It was very hard to process time. Anyways, he comes up to me at some point. He's meowing in my face, and then I wake up, and I was like, "Oh shit! I probably have carbon monoxide poisoning." So then I just like thinking like that's doing something, just breathing in fresh air, and then I'm like, "Okay, I feel better. I'm gonna go finish my seats." So I go back into the garage. I'm like, but I'm not gonna run it for as long. So I start the compressor again. I start buzzsaw Louieing this stuff, and then I'm like, okay, I'm so effed. So I turn it off. I again make the journey to the door. I grab my Gatorade. I grab my jacket, and then I go outside, and I kind of like zone out in a way, and then I just lay down on the sidewalk. So it's a detached garage, so the house is like not that far. It's like 20 yards, something like that. And so I'm laying down on the sidewalk, and I'm like I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't normally lay down on the sidewalk, so something is definitely wrong. So I'm going to drink some Gatorade, and if I can taste it, that means I'm still alive. So I grab my Gatorade. I drink some. I'm like, oh yeah, it tastes like red flavor. I'm alive. Great. Put it back. I'm like, oh, I'm probably cold because it's October. So I grab my jacket and I cover myself with it. And then I was like, because I couldn't feel anything really, like senses. And so anyway, so then I'm like, okay, I will lay here for a moment or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember exactly why, but I decide to get up. And then I walk to my house, and it's like you have to go up the stairs of a deck to get to the level of the house or whatever, to the door. And so I was like trying to like walk up these stairs, and it was like I was wearing like lead shoes. I was just like, oh, everything was so slow. It took me forever to walk to the stairs. It took me forever to walk up the stairs. It took me forever to walk from the stair landing to the door. And then this was so trippy. I like my cat, so his name's Kitty. I was like, Kitty, and he walks like he's just like so slow. I was like, why are you so slow? Anyways, he comes inside, and then I go inside, and it's way warmer in the house than it is outside. And that made me feel so weird. I was like, I didn't realize I was cold until now it's so warm. So here in Alberta, October is cold at night. It's like -1, -2, something like that Celsius. Something like that. If it's warm, it's 0 to like +2, something like that. So somewhere in there, Celsius. Let's see what that is, Fahrenheit. 0 Celsius. Fahrenheit is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So if that helps you at all. So cold, but as an Albertan, that's not that cold. Like that's not comfortable to be in a t-shirt usually, unless it's sunny out, but it's like it was moony out. So, so I get into the house, and then it's just warm and no more fresh air, like, you know, outside type fresh air. It's just house air. And I almost fall. So in the back door, which is the main door that we used, there's the kitchen and the basement stairs are like almost. Was I buffering that whole time? Imagine that would suck. Anyways, I, I, I'm standing and I'm trying to take off my shoes, but I get like dizzy and I almost fly down the stairs. Not fly, fall down the stairs. But I catch myself on the door frame and I'm like stumbling trying to take my shoes off. They're just too tall. And so like everything, I'm just like, oh. Anyways, then walking down the stairs was such a chore. But I get down there, I'm like stomping, just and then my brother, remember, he's home now, which he hasn't been for like 2 years, something like that. And I had just moved back the year before, something like that. So I was home longer, so I had a bedroom and stuff. My little brother didn't anymore. So he was sleeping on the couch in the basement. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, something's definitely wrong. I need to not fall asleep. Something needs to happen. But I don't know how to say this. So, so I'm like, Dakota. But I'm not freaking saying anything. I just think I'm saying something. I'm just like, I'm just like, Dakota. I've realized I have to say something out loud, and he's like, what? I'm like, something's wrong, I think, or something. I can't remember what I said exactly, but I'm just like, don't let me fall asleep. And he's like, you know, it doesn't make any sense. He's just been sleeping. I don't know for how long. He could have just fallen asleep. But anyways, he's confused. Why the heck am I? And also, he's upset with me because we just had a stupid argument in the garage about something. And so anyway, I'm like, don't let me fall asleep. And then I immediately just fall right down on top of him. And like he's on a couch, so it's not like I fell beside him. I fell onto him. And he's just like, his reaction is, what are you doing? Dude, go chill in your own bed. But like I was trying to like roll off of him, like I'm face down on him, like face to face, except for like my face is like in his chest. Okay? And he's like, dude, go chill in your own bed. And in my head, I'm like screaming at him, you idiot. When have I ever done this? When have I ever been like, I'm going to sleep with my brother on a bed that's too small for even one person?
On his chest.
I've never done that in my life. And he's like, but again, it's probably confusing. So then he like kind of pushes me, which allows me to like roll off of him. And I just fall onto the floor, which is, thankfully, it's not just concrete, it's carpet. And he's like, dude, if you're effing with me, I'm going to be pissed. And I'm like, I'm just like laying like this, like sideways. So my back is towards him. And he's like, dude, Josh, right? He's like mad in a way that I'm trying to play a prank on him, because like I would always play these pranks. Like when I would plug in, like, so here in the winter, you got to plug in your car, the block heater. It just keeps the oil from getting too viscous. And also the coolant can be plugged in too. It just keeps it warm so that when you start your car, it'll actually start, it'll run, it won't stall. Some places even have battery warmers, which, I mean, we can have them too, but some are installed from the dealer and stuff. But anyway, why did I say that? Oh yeah, when I would plug in the car, sometimes I'd be like, right? I did it to my mom one time, and she was so mad. She was like, "Don't you ever do that again!" And I was like, "Jeez, I'm just playing here." She was pissed, but Anyway, he thought I was doing that. Thought I was pranking him, but I was not. And anyways, he shines his phone in my face, and he's like, oh shit. So I don't know what he saw, because my eyes were open, because I could see that, but something must have looked weird to him. He runs upstairs, and like I can hear him, because right above there is oh no, that's the kitchen. But I could hear them talking. I guess he was probably talking loud. It's like, Mom, something's wrong with Josh. What? Something's wrong with Josh. I don't know. Something like that. I come downstairs, and then my mom is like, turns on the light, and she's like, I don't know what her thoughts were exactly, but like, just like I'm just laying there like a fool. Like, why is he doing this? And so, and like my mom is not affectionate at all. So, it's like, how do you say it? Like I shouldn't say she's not affectionate. She is, but not in an obvious way. And so, for me, it was super weird because she picked me up, and I'm just like, and then she, and like, it was so frustrating to me because I was like aware of everything, but like I just couldn't do anything, and it was so frustrating. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever had night terrors or night terrors. Yeah, I think that's what they're called. Where you are conscious in your dreams, but since when you get into some level of sleep, your body like gets semi paralyzed. I don't know exactly what it's called, and I don't know exactly, but anyways, when you wake up during that, but you're not awake, I don't know exactly. If you look it up, you'll see what it is. But like, oftentimes you think that there's like shit in the room. Like there's the hag woman thing is a part of it. Anyways, I get those all the time. And so it was kind of like that. So if you've ever had that where you can't move but you want to a lot because it's kind of scary, it was kind of like that. And it was so annoying because I felt like such an idiot because she was right there. Anyway, she grabs me and she even kissed me on the cheek, which she's never done ever. And I was like, okay, something is definitely wrong, but like my brain is also like weird. And then she told me later, she's like, I kissed you on the cheek, but I didn't want to annoy you, so I didn't keep doing it because she was scared. But she's my mom, and if you knew my mom, it's just there's certain things that are hard to explain. But anyway, so I was like kind of weirded out, and so she tells my brother, call 911. So Dakota goes upstairs, and he feels weird about and awkward about calling 911, so he doesn't. Instead, he just comes down with the phone, and then uh, what does he do? I think he just gives my mom the phone. Remember, I'm like just hearing things. I can see things, but only like kind of like what's in my peripheral, and like I can't really move. When I say I can't really move, I couldn't move at all, really. Um. Anyway, so someone calls. No, this is what happened. My mom goes to call, and I'm like fighting to move, and then I finally am able to like move my arms, and I like grab her phone from her, and I'm like no, I'm fine. But like I probably sounded like because she said that I was acting super weird, and I sounded super weird, and so I don't know what exactly she heard, but like I didn't want her to call for some reason. I think I didn't want to pay for the ambulance because even though we have like social medicine here in Canada, and we have like the Blue Cross here in Alberta, we still have to pay oftentimes for ambulance rides, depending on who, like if you call an ambulance, I believe you have to pay for them unless you have some sort of insurance, or certain emergencies you don't have to. But I didn't want to pay that because I already had to pay an ambulance bill one time, and it was $700. And when I was like 18, $700 was a lot of money. It's still a lot of money now. I still wouldn't want to pay that. But I had to pay that bill because me and my nephew, Dilly Dilly Dalton, you guys remember him? We had to we had to uh, up our ante, if you will, of our jackass movies, our jackass stunts. And we played with fire, and Dalton was like, okay, I'll be the guinea pig for this, which I was more than happy. And he just got burnt so bad. Don't ever play with fire. It's not good. Anyway, I paid for the hospital bill because it was my fault. I was older by 2 years. I think I'm 2 years older than him. And so, stupid thing to do when we were 14 and 12, I think. 13 and 11, something like that. Stupid. Anyway, I remembered having to pay that bill, and for some reason that was the logic that came to my mind. Don't call the ambulance because I'll have to pay for that, or someone will have to pay for that, and that sucks. And so anyway, I'm able to like move around, and I don't know exactly why. I don't know if it's like the will to move. I don't know. I was fighting for my life. Not really, because I didn't realize that how bad things were in my mind because I was just not thinking about it. But um, Up Your Ante used to be a favorite drinking toast. Really? Dalton Doily. Uh, anyway, from there, she calls poison control instead, and they tell me that I'm going to die, so I need to go to the hospital. And I was like, dude, I have to work tomorrow. Just being super unreasonable. he's like, you are not going to work tomorrow. I'm like, no, I have to. He's like, no, you're going to die. And so I was like, all right. So I can't remember exactly what he said. I'm paraphrasing. But basically, he said I was going to die. So anyway, my mom, she's like, well, can I drive you? So we drive from where we lived all the way to the city, which is about it's probably a reasonable 40-minute drive, but there was no traffic, so then I would have been about a 30-minute drive, but I'm not sure if we got there. I don't remember. For some reason, it feels like she just took forever, but everything was taking forever. So I don't know if we got there super quick or not. But anyways, when we get there, uh, Ash, this is the part that you actually asked about. Finally. Yeah, okay. So we get to the hospital, and so I don't know what your hospitals are like, but at night there's security, so you have to check in with security first, and then you go into the ER, and then you tell them what is wrong or whatever. So security asks you why you're there, see a doctor, whatever you say, whatever. I actually remember saying, I don't know. My mom wanted me to come. And then my mom's like, he needs to see a doctor. He has carbon monoxide poisoning. Anyway, so then you go into I don't know, whatever you call it. What do you call it, Ashley? Triage? Oh yeah, triage. So you do that. But I think I skipped something. I skipped the paperwork. I didn't have to do the paperwork. Yes, I remember I was filling it out, which was so difficult. Like I didn't understand what spelling was and stuff. Like I could write my name and stuff, but like just reading these sentences, I just had to like read them over and over and over again. But anyways, then I hear my name. Josh! Josh! Is there Josh? I'm like, that's me. And I've never had a stay at a hospital before. Like I've been to hospitals because my older brother, he had a heart transplant and stuff, so I was like aware of certain things, but I hadn't been to the hospital because of myself, I don't think. Not that I remember. So it was just like a new experience altogether. Don't recommend needing to go to the hospital, but if you do, don't downplay what's wrong with you because they will believe you. uh, but luckily, my mom was there and whoever else. And anyway, so they call me, and the doctor or nurse or whatever he was like, he's like, hey, are you high? And I was like, no, dude, I'm straight edge or whatever I said. He's like, are you drunk? And I was like, no. And he's like, well, that's not good. And I was like, what? But I guess I was acting in a way that seemed like I was inebriated or something.
Well, that's why they restrained you.
You think?
Yeah.
So I get a room thing or whatever you call it, and they put me on oxygen, which was, I don't know, for like 20 minutes or something, maybe less than that, while they were drawing blood and stuff. And so at this point, I was like, when you have oxygen in your, like, you know, where it's like going up your nose or whatever, it is so easy to hold your breath for a long time. Like, at that time, I was trying to train myself to hold my breath for 5 minutes. I could only get up to like 3 minutes and 30 seconds or something like that. But anyway, I was like holding my breath there because the computer thing or whatever monitors your breathing. And I remember this nurse or whatever she was, she's the thing is beeping because I'm holding my breath, and I'm like, what's that for? And she's like, she's like, oh, it just monitors your breathing. I'm like, oh. And she's like, I'm like, that's okay that it's beeping. Like, I knew it was beeping because after a minute of no breath or whatever, it'll beep. And she's like, I can see you're fine. I was like, okay. And then I was just seeing how long I could hold my breath.
Which is not the thing you should be doing.
Yeah, but I didn't know. I didn't know how bad it was. Anyway, so then they take some blood with a PICC line? Is that what it's called? No. What's it called where where they just stick it in and it goes it sprays out? What's that called? I forget what it's called.
This is blood.
Yeah, but it's like
Was
sprays
it
out so
IV
fast. No, they took it on my arm. Wait, what's an IV port? Did I have an IV?
Yeah, you had an IV. When I was there, you had an IV.
Yeah, but that was after. Remember what I first said to you? Okay, I'll say that part too. It's so hilarious to me. So anyways, yeah, they take the blood, they poke me a bunch of times, they held me down, which I thought was so strange. And then they put me in the hyperbaric chamber?
Yeah.
Hyperbaric chamber, which is like a glass coffin.
Really hurts.
If you're claustrophobic, I'm sure you would have a bad time. They told me that I should bring. This is hilarious and also disgusting at the same time. They told me that I need to go to the. Actually, they told me I need to evacuate my bladder, and I was like, "Go to the bathroom." Okay, so I did, and then they gave me a plastic urinal thing to bring into the thing, and I'm like, "That's disgusting. I'm not bringing that in here with me." Then they give you apple juice because it's like high pressure or whatever, and it hurts your ears, right? So you have to like keep swallowing. You're just like, but then you have no saliva left, so you can't swallow, and then it's hard to whatever. By the last time I did it, I was a pro at it. It only took like 5 minutes to equalize at the highest pressure that they went, at which I can't remember what it was, but it took like an hour the first time. I just was such a bitch because it just hurt my ears. Anyways, I had to pee so badly because it like squeezes your bladder because there's so much pressure or whatever. And then I was like, you guys are gonna hate me because you told me this was gonna happen, but I need to go to the bathroom. And then they like, okay, well, we have to bring down the pressure. It's gonna take about 15 minutes. And I was like, okay. But then, as the pressure is going down, I'm like, I'm not gonna make it. Everything is getting loose now. I feel like this is not good. I'm like, change of plans. I'm going to drink the rest of this apple juice and I'm going to piss in these bottles. And she was like, okay, you can do that. And that is extremely hard to do because it is a small hole and you're laying down and you can't, like, the roof is right here. So spilled it all over me, which was so uncomfortable. And you're basically naked inside this thing because you can't have anything that creates static or whatever because of the oxygen. And so I'm just sitting there, just laying there watching Fast and Furious or whatever. And you also can't go to sleep. Or they told me not to go to sleep because of the situation that I was in. And so I was like, okay. So I'm just there for like, I don't know, 2 hours or something like that. I think I was in there for like 3 hours the first time, maybe 4 hours or something. I can't remember exactly. It was a while. When I finally got out, there was new staff, and they were like, "You had an accident?" I'm like, "I had an on purpose kind of, but I didn't know this was going to happen." Hey. So anyway, don't do that. Definitely bring the bathroom with you, because that is a way bigger receptacle. And yeah, so, and since I slammed the apple juice, I had to go to the bathroom again. But I waited. And I apologized to them. Also, I don't know why they give you like the miniest, skirtiest freaking gown. But anyway, I get out. She's like, it's nothing I haven't seen before. I'm like, you haven't seen me. This is still embarrassing. I just pissed all over. She's like laughing at me. And I'm laughing because like it's hilarious, but it's also gross. Anyway, get a change of clothes. And then we get a bed or whatever. I get a bed. And they put me in the hallway. And then I could finally go to sleep. And this was like, I don't know. I was awake. So it was in the morning sometime. So like 8 or 9 or 10 or something in the morning or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It was before lunch anyway. Anyway.
When I got there, you were sleeping.
When did you get there, do you think?
Like around noon.
Around noon? So I was tired though. I was dog tired. So I'm sleeping. And then when I wake up, Ashley is sitting on the foot of the bed, and she's like crying, and I open my eyes, and I'm like, oh, hey son, and then I just immediately go back to sleep. I don't know if you notice this in my videos because I don't know how often I do it, but I just always call everybody son, and I don't call Ashley that unless I'm like joking with her, and for some reason I just said that like sincerely. I was just like, oh, hey, son. And then I go back to sleep. And then when I woke up again, I think you and my mom were there. And then, we went to the cafeteria. Oh, no. First, I had to go do another, what do you call it? I'm getting mixed up with brain stuff. But I almost said a CT scan. What do you call it? Hyperbaric chamber again.
Yeah.
And,
I went with you.
yeah, you went with me that time, yeah.
Watched the movie.
I did bring the urinal with me, but I didn't need it. Like, what the heck? And yeah, we watched Gone in 60 Seconds.
I couldn't hear it, but
Oh yeah, you couldn't hear. And I had like a button, like a panic button, which by the way, does nothing. It's just for a sense of security. I never pressed it. I didn't need to. I didn't think I need to or whatever. Like I didn't panic or whatever. But if you were inclined to panic, you would press that button and nothing would happen. You would still have to
he
wait.
sat there the entire time. So like
The lady did?
it was a guy when I was there with you, but he was there the entire time. At a desk. He was just sitting right there beside me.
Oh, no, not beside me.
Behind you.
Yeah, that's different. But like, they still like you can't open the door, and if you could,
No.
you would implode.
Yeah.
There's no one could open that.
No,
There's
you would have to wait.
you would have to be like, but it's impossible. Like you're not strong enough.
I think that's why they make it like out of glass, so you can.
So you don't freak out. Well, not all of them are made out of glass. Some of them are like a room.
Yeah.
But this hospital had 3 of them. That's the only hospital that has them in our area at the time. I don't know about now, but
Yeah.
and that's just the hospital that we happened to go to, which is pretty lucky, and lucky that no one was in them. Well, I'm sure they could have. I don't know what they would have done. But anyways, my blood content, or my blood, whatever you call it, 3,000 parts per million, which is pretty high, because it's you. Let me look this up. I think it's 15 parts per million that you evacuate schools and stuff. Carbon.
What was yours?
3,000. Guess it doesn't say. I don't know how to search for it. Anyways, that's just what they told me. I don't know if they were trying to communicate the gravity of my situation because I was taking it so nonchalantly. Is that the right word to use? I was cavalier about it. But like, I was like, dude, I felt great. So I didn't feel anything wrong about it. But the recovery, holy heck, the recovery until I had my like brain thing last year, that was the worst headaches that I've ever had. Have you noticed that I've been, like, when they first started last year, that I was particularly weird about it? Because when I had the carbon monoxide recovery headaches, or whatever you would call them, like, my mom said I was acting weird. Because, like, I, like, went onto the lawn and, like, laid in the grass. Like, I was just trying to, like, and I would, like, walk around, try to find, like, relief by, I don't even know what.
I wouldn't say.
Anyway, so they told me that the risk of brain damage is I don't know if they said it was significant or if they just said it was, like, you know, bad. But anyways, I was supposed to go for a CT scan, which I didn't. I did, but I just couldn't. I don't know. You're unreasonable when you're in pain, and for whatever reason, waiting at home with nothing is better than waiting in a waiting room, which is so dumb. It doesn't even make sense. But anyways, I just went home and didn't get the CT scan because I had to wait for like an hour or something like that, and then I had to wait. Then I went to the room, and then I had to wait 2 more hours, and I was like, screw this. But that's because some other patients who, like, I'm sure this is like everywhere, just whoever is more ill or a more severe case goes in first. Anyway, so there must have been someone, I don't know, maybe someone had a brain thing that I have now. Because when I had this thing, I didn't have to wait at all. Anytime that I went. So I just have to wait now that it doesn't seem as life threatening. But anyway, that's my carbon monoxide poisoning. Thanks for all the gifts, guys, and the peanuts. Wendy, according to the EPA, the CM carbon monoxide detector should be on the ceiling or high on wall. Carbon monoxide is just a little bit lighter than oxygen. What? Isn't it heavier?
I don't know.
I thought it was heavier. Really?
Lorraine says, everyone watching, go check your batteries and your smoke and CO2 detectors. Do we have a CO2 detector? We do, right?
It is lighter than air. It's a myth that it's heavy. So it's commonly
Oh.
misrepresented. They told me that it's heavier than air at the hospital,
Really?
which is why I just told you guys earlier in the story. That's what I've always believed because they asked me about like what I was doing.
Hmm.
And I told them that I was like crouched down grinding with the whatever, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense." Like they were talking to each other. Which, so my latest medical appointment that I had, the I saw 5 or 6 people, and they like talk to each other. Dude, they're like the brilliance in their communication is awesome. It's like abbreviated. They're just like, oh, that might be, yep, yep. So what do you think about? Oh yeah, blah blah blah, and the technical words, and I'm just like, you guys aren't even saying full sentences, and you just are on the same page. They must work together all the time to be able to talk like that, because so in the 3 vlogs ago or whenever it was, I went to that dental school or whatever it's called, and it's a pain clinic. And what was the thing that they came up with?
Vascular artery dissection.
Vascular artery dissection. Wait, did I say that right?
I think that's what it is. I think that's what they said. That's their.
That might be what's wrong. Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Which I'll find out on the 10th what the game plan is. Yeah. They did a few like things which I found funny because of the way that I explained it. Like I explained it like 7 times. I don't know how many times. And like they would pop in at different times. Like so there was a dentist who I thought was a nurse the whole time. There was I don't know. There was a bunch of people. I forget. We had the piece of paper that had their titles on there. But anyway, they like conference with each other later after, and they try to come up with something. And I'm super hopeful. They did like these pressure point things.
Vertebral artery dissection.
Vertebral?
Yeah.
Vertebral artery dissection.
I think that's what it was.
Okay. But they
They
pushed.
were saying lots of things, but I think that's what that.
That was like the main thing, though, right?
Yeah.
Because the doctor,
Yeah.
Asian, I forget what his name is,
Yeah.
but he was like, I like forgot all the things that I did. For some reason, they didn't want Ashley to be there, and I was like, no, you like she will know the answers to all your questions.
They said there wasn't enough room.
They lied. There was tons of room. So I remember she was like, he'll see. He'll be able to tell you why. I was like, there's a lot of room in here, huh? Like there was tons of room, and I was like, but the old people, and this is nothing against old people whatsoever. I will hopefully be old one day as well, but they were allowed to have a guardian, not a guardian, like a companion, whatever. Yeah. And I was like, so I'd have to be old to have her come? Like this doesn't make sense to me. I was like, okay, can I film it then? Because then I will be, because like I need to know what this information is because I'm going to tell my neurologist this shit. And they just didn't allow me to film it or have Ashley in there until they just realized that I was just useless because I didn't know the terms and I didn't know the names of things and stuff. I was just like, something about this. They're like, have you had a CT scan? I'm like, I've had a, what is it called when they put the dye in? I've had 2 of those. I had one at the Sturgeon Hospital. I had one at the Misericordia Hospital, and I had 2 at the Royal Alec Hospital. Whatever machines they have. They were like, I'm going to see if I can pull up your chart. It's like, perfect. You could also just ask my wife. She's right over there behind that door. And it probably would be best if I knew the shit, but I have a terrible memory for things I don't grasp easily, I guess. And so I was just like, probably had that. And they're like, did they check to see if it was an aneurysm? I'm like, oh yeah, like 3 times or something like that. And they're like, okay, so you probably had this. I'm like, that sounds like something that I had. And then they asked me about my drugs. I was like, heroin, meth. You don't believe me? Crack?
Did you say that?
No. Imagine they'd be like, well, that might be your problem. Anyway, so yeah, they did Botox in this side of my head. And I'm pretty sure the one lady didn't believe me because there was no relief. And I was like, she was like pushing. She's like, does this make it worse? I was like, no. This? No. This? No. 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 I'm like, are you asking me if I feel a headache there, or are you asking me if it's making it worse? She's like, yeah. I'm like, which one? Does it make it worse? I'm like, no. And then she's like, she keeps doing, she does it over again. I'm like, it's not making it worse. And then she was like, then a different doctor comes, and she was like, he's saying that it's not making it worse when I push on pressure points. And he's like, oh, it's probably because it's blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay. And then they're like, so we're going to try this Botox thing or whatever. And so they like put in like 5 things or something. I don't know how many, but about 5, I'd say. And like, it made it feel weird. Not weird, but like odd. Not odd, like strange. Those all mean the same thing, but I don't know how to explain it. Like, it just felt different. And so anyway, so I could feel the pokes and stuff, but like it didn't hurt, but it didn't make it feel better either. And they're like, okay, so that means it's not. What does it mean when it's above the skull? What does that mean? It's not subcranial? No. So something. I can't remember. And I was like, okay, because they were talking about like the layers of tissue, and sometimes people have something that causes headaches that migrate. And I was like, oh, mine migrate. And he's like, where is it right now? So I was like telling them. I was like, it's like right here and like right here. And they're like, that's your whole head. I'm like, yeah, but sometimes it is. Like right now, it's like down here. It's such a annoying thing to not be able to say the same thing every time you go see someone, because then they're just like, oh, okay. I just need someone who's super brilliant and patient and who wants to name a disease after themselves. Because it's new. It might not be. If it's that whatever she said, then it's not cluster migraines. It's not a migraine. It's 3000 says death in 30 minutes. Dude, I'm so lucky. What did you say? Death in 30. Can you still move your eyebrows? Yeah. They put it here. They didn't put it in here. I was like, oh, dude, this is gonna get rid of my wrinkles that I got here. I was like, dude, I've aged so much in the last year. And they're like, uh, everybody ages every year. And I was like, fair enough. But I mean, I was like, I looked like a baby not too long ago. I think it is lymph pressure. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to ask about that. Do you know what that is? Lymph? Oh, of course you do. She's like, it's not that.
No, they went over that.
Oh, they went over. That's not your opinion. That's the opinion. She's too kind, because sometimes people comment things and you're just like, no, I'm just kidding. She doesn't do that. Well, sometimes, but it's usually just because people don't know what they're talking about. They're being trying to be helpful, but it's just hard to know when you don't know, you know? Anyway, we've been on for like 2.5 hours.
It's almost midnight. And
my video, I think, is up. What is this? Checking 48%. 49%. Oh, it's doing the checks to see if I'm going to get demonetized for using the music I use. Okay. All right, before we close, because you made it this far in the video, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to pitch my sale. There's 2 days left.
Because you made it this far.
Yeah, it's a privilege to know that I'm having a sale. Buy 2, get 1 free on the paper prints. So let's say, just because these are out right now. Oh, these are not even real prints. By the way, if you get one of these prints that are printed on this, and I write on it, this is not a real print. These were misprints, but they gave them to me, so I'm keeping them. I usually just give them away. Or like use them as scrap or like protection, like a dividing layer or whatever. Anyway, let's say you wanted to get 3 of these. Okay? Let me get the real ones. These are annoying. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. We're gonna go with, that's the same one. We're gonna go with this one. And we're gonna go with, ooh, where's a nice one? Okay, actually, you know what? Since I said we were gonna give away this today, I don't know why I said that. I don't know, I was riffing, I guess.
What is that?
That's the one that's warped. That what's her name didn't want. Since I said that we were going to give away that, and I just misspoke earlier, we're actually going to give these away today to one of you guys right now. But this is going to be our example of what is, and they don't have to be these 3. They can be any 3 that you want. But one of you watching right now is going to win these free, shipped anywhere, free in the world that you live. Gosh darn it. Okay, so the sale goes as follows. Let's say that you wanted to buy this piece. That's $20 Canadian. Okay, that's like off the top of my head, that's about carry the 2 is about $14.65 American. Okay. And let's say you wanted to buy this one as well. You really like that Chief Scabby Bull. Just beautiful picture. Chief Joseph and Scabby Bull may have been friends at some point. Actually, yes. I don't know if they were friends, but they both fought in Little Bighorn, didn't they? I think. I could be wrong. I forget my history. Okay, but let's say you wanted to buy these 2 guys. Perfect. Because you are taking advantage of the April sale, which goes until the last minute of April, you could also get my uncle, my ancestral uncle, Chief Bobtail, for free. And of course, this is like any print that's available. You can find them all on the My Hands Gallery Facebook page. If you don't have Facebook, you don't like using Facebook, you don't like Mark Zuckerberg, Zuckerberg, whatever his name is, Mark, or you just don't like Facebook, you don't like social media, you can just Google it, and that's good enough to view. So you can see what's available. Just go to the different, I call them galleries, but the different albums, which you can find in the Photos tab. Click See All Photos, and then you should see all the different categories. So I have like sports figures. I have the half authentic gallery. I call it that because I'm technically 75% native, but no one says that. You say I'm half. So half authentic gallery, which these would be in, and I have sports figures. One is called Acrylic Dreams, which is just kind of a whoever is in there. Another one is music icons. So you can go through there. If it says it comes as a print, it will come as a open edition paper print, which is this 11 by 17. You can see that these are printed on 11 by 17 paper. Sometimes they're altered. Like this is an altered print. It cuts off this and this of the actual picture, which you'll notice if you go look right now. But it still has a good presentation, right? Sometimes it doesn't work. Like for example here, it does. If I cut off the edges so that it didn't have these two white bars, it would cut off part of the W and maybe not the P, but then it would say VASP, and that's stupid. It cuts off too much of the picture. So I keep these white bars on here. Still an 11 by 17 paper. It can still fit into your standard off-the-shelf frame, but it's going to have these two white bars, so I would suggest getting it custom framed so that you don't see that. If you ask to get it signed, maybe I'll sign it down here in the white, and then you just cut off that part, and then down here you have the signature. It just kind of depends on what you like. Anyways, the point is some of the prints are altered to fit the 11 by 17 paper format. The sale goes until the end of April this year, 2023. Buy two, get one free. See them on My Hands Gallery Facebook page. Once you've decided what you like, please email me, orderfromjosh@gmail.com. Basically, tell us which pictures you picked, right? The 3. And or 6 or 9 or however many you want to buy, and then your full mailing address that you use to receive your regular mail. Please make sure it's your full mailing address so that we don't have to ask you what it is. Some people just be like, hey, I would like this, this, and this. How much is shipping to Minnesota? Well, it depends on where you live in Minnesota. So if you give us your full mailing address, then we can tell you exactly how much it should cost. And then we don't have to ask you what the full mailing address is anyway, so that we can actually get it to you. From there, Ashley, you'll be speaking with Ashley. Ashley will process your order or whatever. Please include your phone number as well, actually, if you're outside of Canada. You just need that for customs. And then also how you would like to pay. If you don't include anything or whatever, you forget, don't worry. Ashley will just ask you for that information. We're not going to skip over you or anything. But please, if you remember, address, full mailing address, phone number if you're outside of Canada, how you'd like to pay, and of course, the most important is which pictures you would like. Okay, now I said I was going to give these away, so we have to think of something right now. How do we give these away so that's fair for everyone here? There's 237 people here. Eddie Gavino, want something?
Signed.
Josh, can you please repeat how to find them? I've been typing My Hands Gallery on Google, but I can't see them. Really? Let me Google My Hands Gallery. You'll probably have to use spaces. My Hands Gallery. Yeah, it's the first result. So you are typing My Hands Gallery, all one word. Put my space, hand space, gallery space. Then you go to photos, which I see right here. Albums, then there's the different albums. So profile pictures and cover photos don't matter. Music icons, acrylic dreams, Mother Earth, sports gallery, half authentic gallery, horror galleria, animal kingdom gallery, imagination gallery, Alexander Ross, I guess. These cars don't run. You'll see the individual pictures will say if it comes as a print.
Oh no.
What? Aw, no! Which song is it? Hold on. I got a copyright notice. Which song was it? Because maybe it's a song that I don't care about and I'll just put a different song on. Hold on a second, guys. I love it, really?
You wanted that song?
Yeah, I did. And it's not even the real version. It's a cover on freaking The Voice.
Oh.
By some Italian girl. It sounds so cool, and because of the situation that just happened, it's like perfect lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
And like she says gasoline right as I pull into the gas station. I was just like, dude, this is freaking perfect. And I already deleted it off my freaking phone. thought this. Oh no! I don't have to start over. I just deleted the finish. Dang it! Okay, this is gonna be a director's cut video. I'm gonna keep it there. I'm just gonna link to it so you can watch with the music I actually wanted. That sucks. Why you gotta be like that? Why do people have to care about their art? I thought that would be fine because I looked to see if there was any copyright things on it, and it didn't show any. Dang it. Okay, that's okay. Okay, we're gonna give these away. Guess one could say I'm sort of dumb. We're not gonna make this hard. Oh, you know what we could do? This might be hard, actually. Okay, so I ran out of boxes for sending out. I don't have any down here except for these ones. Sorry, pal. And cat. Sending out these, okay? I ran out of boxes. Thank you very much. Great problem to have. So, I started using...
You're fine. Oh, you were sleeping. It scared you.
I started using pizza boxes. Why are you like this? How fast I used to be able to do this when I worked at a pizza place. So I had to buy some boxes. Okay? So this is a pizza box, obviously. It fits a banana bread board and the cover in there perfectly with the recipe and the care instructions, as well as sometimes I put stickers in there, sometimes whatever. Just depends on whatever. It depends on a bunch of things. But anyway, this is lame. I need a pizza logo here. What is the name of my pizzeria? Okay? What is the name of the Joshua Alexander Pizzeria for the unfinished kitchen product? But keep in mind, I may ship many different things in here. It might not just be, I can't really display it, I guess. It might not just be banana bread boards. It could be anything. Dead Goat Pizza Co. That kind of has a ring to it. Oh, you did use my suggestion on the pizza box. Is mine in a pizza box? Wendy?
I don't think so.
Only one person's is in a pizza box.
So, yeah.
And I don't know.
You just sent it.
Today.
Yeah. I don't think yours is in the pizza box, Wendy.
Yeah, Wendy's is gone, right?
Yeah, it's already gone.
So, if you guys come up with a name, whoever comes up with the name that I like the most, we've played this before for a different giveaway, but you will be able to get 3 prints of your choice sent out to you for free. Shipping and everything. Unfinished Kitchen Pizza, a pizza art, unfinished pizza, Peter's Pizza Palace, Peter's Yarn, Luigi's. It would be nice if you sold frames too. Yeah. Frames take a long time to make. The unfinished pizza. Gapwing Forest Pizza. Piece of pie. I told Johnny B was here yesterday, and I was like, we should call it Johnny's Pepperoni Pie, and he just thought that was hilarious. Cut Me a Slice Pizza Co.
Jean's Pizza.
Jean's Pizza and used cars. That would be hilarious, because that's 2 things that don't go together at all, but something that a sleazebag would do. 138 Pizza. J&A Artist Pizza. Fat Dog Pizza. Ava's Pizza. She's not fat anymore. Woody's Pizza Co. Woody? Who's Woody? Like from Toy Story? Okay. What was the one that I liked the most?
Jean's Pizza and used cars.
No, not that one. It was the one that kind of had, it rang.
Dead Goat Pizza Co.
Yeah, Dead Goat Pizza Co. Josh's Italiano Pizza Pie. Where's that Pizza Co? I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, pizza. Jean's Hornets Pizza Pies. I like pies for some reason. I think it's a classic term. Tucson again? What? I'll figure it out, pizza. Hank's Pizzeria. Jean's Hornet. I already read that. Dead Goat Pizza Co. It doesn't really make sense, but it's lickable. A pizza pie. We need like I've been thinking about it for days. Like I remember when I made those steel pizzas. Pizza slices, the $5 slice. Son's Pizza Pies. Piece o' Pie, that's the one. Piece o' Pie. My Ashley's Pizza Pie. That doesn't. Just joshing with Dakota Pizza. French Kiss Pizza Pies. Holy shit. Now we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. We're close, I think. Slice of Life. Dude, where's my pizza? Piece of Pie is an actual pizza place. Oh, we can't infringe on other pizza names. We can't do that. Just in case they have a problem. French Kiss Pizza Pies. Piece of Pie is an we just need like a good Unfinished Kitchen pizza. I'll probably have the Unfinished Kitchen logo somewhere on there, but I'm not going to call it that. And you could be shaking some Italian on the pizza. Welder's Wicked Pie Slice. The picture Renee suggested, and then Dead Goat Pizza Pie written. What did Renee... Somehow missed that.
The chef doing the chef's kiss.
Oh. Doing the French kiss, though? Like, it'd just be the tongue sticking out? Kiss on cheek for a pizza pie. Banana Bread Pizza Co. Josh's Unfinished Banana Bread Pizza Co. Just something that's like, what? Hey, have you guys been to Josh's Unfinished Banana Bread Pizza Co? It's great. A&P Pizza. Ashley and Paisano? What does that stand for? Maker's Pizza Pie. Sawdust and Sparks Pizza Pies. Whose Pizza? Whose Pizza? Don't make it weird, Josh. Piece of Pizza. I see what you did there. J&A Pizza. Twisted Pizza. Johnny's Paint and Pizza. Pizza Dream Shop Pie. Dream Shop Pizza. Pizza My Art. Chic Pincher Pizza Pie. French Kiss Pizza. Twisted Pies. Man, this is harder than I thought. Remember when we got fingerprints? That was the game that we played, where I was like, what did we call the prints, the limited edition paper prints? And someone said fingerprints. Absolutely perfect. Peter's Pizza Loom? Oh, because yarn? Carbon monoxide pizza. Maker's Pizza Pies. I don't know if we're going to get it this time, guys. We'll have to think of another way to send these out to someone. Always hard coming up with stuff, right? Okay, well, let's think of things that are with the channel. 138, of course, is, but I don't know how I'd incorporate that into a pie. The Gift-O Pie. Josh Tall Story Pizza Pie. It has to roll off the tongue. Cardboard Pizza. I like the Unfinished Kitchen Pizza I suggested, LOL. What are the pizza paddles called? Peels? Gramps Pizza? Josh's Nosh? Wait, what does that even mean? What's Nosh? Just Josh and Pizza Pie? Ushi Tap Pies? brain thing pizza. Rooster pies, just Josh and pies. Namaste pizza. Josh's unfinished kitchen pizza with appeal. Pizza dude. Pie hole pizza. Pizza my heart. Pizza my heart. Pizza my heart. Hey son, pizza. I will never have pizza in here. Can we play on that? Anything but pizza? Pizza pie in the sky. Where's Smurf M when we need her? All right. She always has great ideas. Did she come up with the fingerprints? Was that her? Where's Pete keep his pizza? Josh's woodboard pizza shop. The rooster and the hens. Well, there's pizza pie. Everything except pizza. What's a word for an everything pizza? Fully loaded. Fully loaded. What's the opposite of fully loaded? No pizza, pizza pie. Pizza of dreams. Welder's wedges? Ooh, welder's wedges. Scantily clad pizza pies. Just cheese. Keep your cheese clean pies. No equals no pizza. Okay, no. Naked pizza pie. Cooper's pizza for the chickens. See what you did there. Supreme pizza pie. Plain cheese, lol. Unloaded. No. I know that the opposite of loaded is unloaded, but like, I mean, like, what's the Oilers oily pizza? Wayne Gap pizza. What was that one? What did I see there? What was the one that I liked? Welder's wedges. Welder's wedges pizza doesn't make sense, but it rolls off the tongue. I've made metal pizza. Someone suggested welded wedges.
Oh, that's pretty good.
But like what is the
What? Welded wedges pizza go?
we could do something to do with like metal pizza and like the logo is like some like metal, you know?
Yeah.
Somebody ate my toppings pizza pies. Upcycled pizza box pie company. You want pizza with that? Unfinished pizza? Josh's dream pizza. Like we're kind of dancing around it. We're kind of close. Disc pizza, steel cuts pizza. Created from junk pizza. Nosh wit. What is that? Thumbprint pizza. Another one bites the crust. Heavy metal pizza. Recycled pizza pie. Nosh with Josh. What is nosh though? Like I keep asking what that is and you just keep saying other nosh things. I don't know what that is. Want a pizza that? Death metal pies for the discerning. I'm gonna look up what is nosh. Since you don't feel like saying. What does nosh mean? Nosh. British. Food. Filling the freezer with all kinds of nosh. Nosh Josh. Josh is a light meal or snack. Spikes. What is the box? What's in the box go? Nosh is eating. Madness pizza pie. I feel like when I finally make my merch in-house, I will also send them out in pizza boxes. I don't know if that helps at all. Culinary cardboard. Oh, Ash, we have to order more care instructions.
Oh. Okay.
Keep in mind the address and stuff is still going to be on here, so I don't know how I'm going to do it exactly, but that doesn't look like a pizza that you would want to buy, you know? Rustic Refinery Pizza, Maker's Pizza, Nosh with Josh, Surprise, not a pizza company, Heavy Metal Pizza Pies, Totally Unloaded Pizza, Josh Nosh, Cauliflower Pizza, Culinary Cardboard, Silver Lining Pizza, Inventive Pizza, Madness Pizza, Sawdust Pizza, Nosh is Eating, okay. Robots Pizza Pie, AJ Pizza, Joker's Pizza, Josh Steel Pie Pizza Company, Steel Pot, Steel Pies, Steel Pies. Not a pizza. Nada. I wish there was a pun with the nada with us. A1 Specialty Pizza, Canada's Metal and Wood Pizza Works. Splinters, Shop Pizza. You said it, anything but pizza. Finger Painted Pizza. Not Pizza Pie. Not a pizza. Crusty Crust Pizza. This is too difficult. I thought this was going to be easy for some reason. Although I've been thinking about it for a couple days here and I haven't thought of anything. Upcycled Creations. Sustainable Steel Slice. I kind of like Steel Slice. I like the Dead Goat Pizza Co. just because of the way it rolls off the tongue. I like the Welder's Wedges. Triangle Food is the best. Supreme Pie. Rustic Reclaimed Iron Pie. Iron Pie. Iron Pie.
Iron Pie Pizzeria.
Pizza My Art. Rustic Reclaimed Iron Pie. Supreme Pie. Good luck all. I give. A Pizza Art. Doughboy Pizza. Doughboy Wears Pants Pizza. Wishing Weld Pizza Co. The Gap Wing Pie Co. Not a pizza pie. Wishing Weld Pizza Co. Iron Pot Pie. My Hands Pizza. Lost Pizza. Iron Forge Pizza Co. Creator's Pie. Josh and Pizza. Pies and not pies. Pizza and not pizza. Pick one. I can't because I have to like it enough. Don't eat this pizza. Mega Slag Pizza Pie. Mega Slag. Burnt and Blazing. Mega Slag. Mega Slag. Mega Slag Dead Goat Pizza Co. Welder's Wedges.
Welder's Wedges. That sounds really good.
Nosh by Josh. Sounds good too. But like, do British people eat pizza?
Yes.
Yeah, they have pizza there?
Yes.
Like, I thought that they, people always make fun of them not having any, like, flavor in their food. So, like, pizza's flavorful. Even bad pizza is flavorful. Time for bed pie. Night, everyone. Homegrown pizza. Okay, we're going to have to think of something else. What's a good way we can give these away? I'm like looking around for ways to do it. Shoot. Pick a number. Break a Tooth Pizza Pie. Gap Wing Pizza Pie. Homegrown Pizza. Pick a number. Just give me one. Potatoes grow underground pizza. Potato pizza. I wish, like, if I look back at my What the frick is this? Man, I hate how I have to, like, I have to stop using music that I can't monetize with. Metal pizza. Who doesn't like pizza? I wish I remember what vlog this was.
He was barking at something.
Another vlog 149. What did I call that? Another vlog 149.
Opportunity is all around us, but to act on it, you need to get out of your comfort
Anything
zone.
but pizza. Josh's Native Pizza. Jean's Pizza Machine. Unpizza. Forged Pizza. Pie in the Eye. Pie in your eye pizza. Mushroom in the kitchen. In your kitchen co. What? 5, 12, 13. I didn't actually say pick a number. Someone else said that. There you go. What the frick is this?
Who aren't closed. So maybe I will take a trip to go see them to get.
Why is the gas so high? Fresh sod pizza pie. Another pizza pie 149. Okay. Oh yeah, that's when you fix my exhaust.
Metric tons or the other tons? So, I need 3.5 inch. This looks like.
You know, I got the stuff from Corey. Graham's Pizza Co. Lost Pie Edition 138. Jashley's on Pizza. Hand Tossed Pizza Co. I'm just hungry now. Kick-Ass Pizza. Oriental Express Pizza. What? Is it really pizza? My Hands Pizza. Another pizza pie. Fresh Salad Pizza. The sign said Free Pizza Co. Gap Wing Pizza Sling. Sling? Stopped at the border.
Dude, what about this piece of pizza? Dude, that makes me want to make a piece of pizza. That's some deep dish, though. Yeah. That's good stuff. Dude.
Okay, what do I say here?
Lots of different sculptures.
I wish I could turn the volume up on here.
Some more. Dude, what about this piece of pizza? Dude, that makes me want to make a piece of pizza. That's some deep dish, though. Yeah.
Dang it, I can't hear what Corey says.
That's good stuff. I have quite a large commission list at the moment, and a lot of it is.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, really? They cut too many of them. It's hard to deal with. I would take.
Okay, I'm grabbing another slice here. When you edit your video in YouTube, they give you a list of public domain music. I type in that and what the video is about in the search engine, and you usually can find something good. Oh, I know. I often use the YouTube video or the YouTube music, but sometimes I want to use certain music because it's just better to use the music for me, the music that I actually want, because it's just, I don't know. I said, that's a generous slice. That's a $5 slice. I could call it the generous slice. right? The generous slice. The generous slice. I kind of like that. Dean's Pizza. Oh, there's someone going from the Facebook. Can't remember if it's Pizza Pie. Merch Pizza. Not Corey's Pizza. Dude's Deep Dish. Demonetized Pizza. Gene's Generous Slice. Gene is a car salesman, so I'm not gonna do generously sliced pizza. I think I'm just gonna call it the generous slice, unless someone can come up with something better. I like that, the generous slice.
Okay, that's probably good.
Now, okay, I'm not gonna watch the rest of this. Now, if someone can come up with a box art for this, I will give you a free gift as well, in exchange for permission to obtain ownership of the image that you create. Of course, you will be credited with it. It will be on every box. Your name will be on there if you want it to be. But to give these away, I think we're going to just give them away to someone here. Slice of my pie. Box art should be a pic of your metal pizza. No, I think it's going to be something else. Use Jakota's Pizza Guy. Oh, yeah, he has... Yeah, I forgot he has a pizza dude. Okay. The big slice. Everything but the kitchen sink pizza. Maybe use the gnome. Nah, it doesn't make any sense. I'm just gonna, yeah, the generous slice. I like that. Thank you everyone who's contributed. There's 218 of you just watching me come up with a pizza slice thing. Like, this seems very intimate because of the late hour it is, and we're just talking about random stuff. Usually this is what I do on Patreon. Just because like it's a smaller group, so we have these types of conversations and we come up with ideas sometimes. And sometimes it's just random anything, but tomorrow I'm going to actually be doing a build for Patreon as well. So if you're on Patreon, look forward to that. How about Degenerate's Pizza Slice? Well, it has to make sense. Everything you do is pretty perfect in my own opinion. Well, thank you. Just Josh and Pizza Go. Pizza topping in town. Sound of metal clang in the background. Announcer, are you tired of the same old pizza toppings? Do you want to try something unique and delicious? Then head on over to the Unfinished Kitchen where we bring you the most creative pizza toppings in town. I like that commercial, Kevin. Sliced and slagged pies. Sliced and slagged. Sliced and slagged. Can we use crayons? Of course. Maybe use the gnome. Sliced and slagged. And welder's wedges. Because there can be a tagline. The generous slice. The name of the store, the restaurant. Is there already a the generous slice? Sergio's Pizza, Fresh Slice Pizza, Food Court Pizza, Slices Pizza, New York Cheese Slice, Slice of Fire, Grand Junior Pizza Express, Anthem Pizza, Perfect Pizza. Yeah, I don't think it's a thing. The Generous Slice. Sliced and slagged. All aboard Pizza Co. Ah. So if people like this, they should definitely join Josh's Patreon. Thanks, Janice. Is Little Caesars in Canada? Yeah. That's my favorite cheap pizza. I liked Dead Goat Pizza Co. I liked it too. It doesn't really make sense. It kind of makes sense. That's right. At the Unfinished Kitchen, we use metal pieces for our toppings, from our popular steel sausage pizza to our iron onion pizza. We have a range of metal-infused toppings that... Sorry, Josh, I created that with ChatGPT. Oh, I've heard of that. You know, slag has a totally different meaning in the UK. What does it mean? I will be working on it in the day. It is late here. It's midnight. Brake fluid and burn... Not brake fluid, brake cleaner. Any pizzeria that makes its own dough is a good pizza place. And if you're feeling adventurous, try our signature rusty red pepper pizza. Slag is a very loose woman, to put it politely. Okay. Sliced and slagged. We got... We got the sluttiest pizzas around. If it ain't whorish, it's boorish. Oh, that's so funny. I know Dead Goat Pizza doesn't really work, but think of how happy Matthew would be. There will be other things. Oh, man. Oh, okay. We have to get we have to give these away. I'm going to think of something here real quick. Lot lizards, LOL. That's funny. That's from Dakota. I mean, lot lizards are not invented by Dakota, but Dakota always talks about those on his show. Cut and Serve Board Co. Slag is an insulting term for a contemptible person. When used of women, it can be equivalent to a slut as a verb. To slag off somebody is to attack them verbally, i.e. to talk smack about them. Okay. Multiple meanings. The generous slag slice takes a whole new meaning. That should be a shirt. If it isn't whorish, it's boorish. If pizza is not going to be in the box, then why not? Is it really pizza? No, it's not pizza, but it is a pizza box. It's just, I don't know. No, not lot lizards. They become controversial. They've become controversial. Oh, because someone said they're not prostitutes. They're, what did they say? They're sex workers or something? Yeah. No, I get it. Whatever. Okay, we're going to give these away before we go down a rabbit hole of prostitution, okay? So, you do not have to pick these. You can pick any 3 that you want. But if you want these, they're already out. So this is what we're going to do to give them away. Metallobites pizza. That's actually not bad. No nuts on our pizza pie. Tall Takes Pizza. Flat Box Welding Pros. Okay. I wish this was easy. The pizza. The UN pizza? Josh's Pie Supreme. Degenerates means immoral or corrupt, so degenerates pizza works, LOL. Yeah, but it doesn't... Only you will understand where that comes from. Nothing good is easy, LOL. Okay. We're not going to think of it probably. Sliver of pizza. The slogan has to be where pizza meets metal. Where pizza... Inedible pizza. What's another word for inedible? If it could be punny, that would work. Hey, goo goo. What's another word for inedible? Inedible. Synonym? Uneatable, indigestible, unconsumable, unpalatable, unwholesome, unsavory, stale, not fit to eat, rotten, off, bad, putrid. Putrid pizza! Grossly overslagged pizza. Pistachio pizza. Not a pizza. I'm still laughing. Oh my gosh, that was a good one, Josh. Well, the pizza box will not have pizza in it, so that would be immoral. LOL. Okay. I mean, that's a bit of a stretch. My brain is going to dream of pizza pie tonight. Okay. We need to give these away. Okay, we are going to do a... I am going to do... I have a pen here. I have a piece of paper here. It's blank. It was actually a test thing for certificates. We are going to... I'm going to write down a number between 1 and 20, 1 and 138. Yeah. 1 and 138. Okay. Go ahead. Whoever gets it first wins. Hardware pizza. I'm looking here. I'm going to say some people are very close. Come on, guys. I'm going to start giving hints. When someone is close, okay, someone's close. Someone's close. Someone's very close. Very close. 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 Close-ish. Close. Close. Oh! We got a winner. We got a winner. We got a winner. We got a winner. Claire Plant. Claire Plant. 124. Can you see that? I hope you can see that. 120. There we go. 124. 124. Claire Plant. You are the first one. Claire Plant. I just need you. Oh, I see you said yay. So what I need you to do, Claire Plant, I need you to email me, orderfromjosh@gmail.com. Tell me the 3 you would like, or if you just want these 3, then just say, I'll take those 3, okay? Tell me your mailing address and your phone number if you're outside of Canada. I think that's it. Oh, and no, not how you want to pay. You don't have to pay. Just need your mailing address and your phone number if you're outside of Canada. That's all we'll need, I think. So thank you for playing, Claire. This back end of this felt a lot like Patreon. So if you want more of this and you feel like doing Patreon, Patreon's only $3 a month for tier 1. And you get your name on the door too. And we do these lives every so often. And I enjoy doing them. I don't mind doing them here either, but usually we do them when I'm doing like dishes or something. But this one just went kind of like all over the place. So anyway, congratulations, Claire. I'm just gonna write that down here. Also give us your name so I know that it's you. What was your name on here? Brilliant. Thank you. Oh, are you from the UK? I think you are. Brilliant. Okay. I will see you guys. And if anyone comes up with some good ideas, I think it's going to be called the Generous Slice. I just need to come up with a slogan. Welder's Wedges. If I pick one of your slogans, then I will also send you something, but I forget who said that. Welder's Wedges, and what was the other one? Slag and Slices. But I don't know. And if someone comes up with a logo or a like it doesn't have to be a logo, but like just something that would go in the pizza box, right? Keep in mind that a piece of paper about this big will also be on here, so it will be somewhat covered up, and also the post office sticker will be on there. So anyway, okay, that's it. I will see you guys later. See you later. Tomorrow, Patreon.